But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Kind of weird to be back.
Is that good weird or bad weird?
Who knows? Who knows anymore? Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. First time I'm seeing Ann since the wedding.
Yes.
We won't bore people with the wedding talk.
It's all right. We already did.
I heard. The mics sound different. That's good.
A little bit.
What does that mean? Getting ready for the next format and they need a better sounding microphone.
Yeah, they need
Good disco echo.
Right. Disco 92.3. Let's try that one for a few months. Shut up. I got to tell you, I don't think we should ever take another day off. I think we should work through Christmas, New Year's, our birthdays. If anyone else decides to get married.
Just do it all on the air.
Deaths. I don't care. We can't take another day off.
Never leave.
Never leave. Every time we take a day off, like, tons of stuff happens. Tons.
Yeah.
I guess late last night they fired everybody here at K-Rock, basically, so that's today's headline. Yeah, Jimmy's face is like, what?
Another purge.
when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
When you thought there was no one left.
I thought everybody was gone already.
When you thought they couldn't do any more damage. No, Mara, say goodbye to another GM.
Okay.
I think I don't know what, she's still with the company, though?
Yes.
Mara, who we loved.
So is Tom Giussano, technically.
Yeah, I guess.
Still with the company. I don't know what they do. You won the lottery. You're going to the island.
Yeah, exactly. They said goodbye to Mike Tierney, who was the music guy. So, what does that mean? Who knows?
Oh.
And then we get to start back where we were 2.5 years ago. Mark Chernoff is now the PD here. And here's great news. I don't even know if Ann knows this.
Oh, I know this.
Oh, you do know. All right. The guy who fired us in Boston, the Terminator, is our new boss here in New York City. Good morning to you.
He's the GM.
Yeah.
The big boss.
Yeah.
Is the guy we called the Terminator that fired us for the mayor prank in Boston. So that's our new boss. Meet the new boss.
Same as the old boss.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I did play golf with him once.
Yeah, I
during
remember.
Some dude's charity who got fired, I don't know, over a year ago.
He was the guy that got fired, initially.
I don't even remember his name. The Hollander guy.
Started the firing ball rolling.
Yeah, the Flying Hollander brothers. He had some kind of wonderful charity, and I got to play golf with the Terminator.
Yep.
He seemed like a nice guy. The only other time I've ever talked to him since, besides the time he fired us.
Yeah.
So that went down late yesterday, Jimmy. More people got fired, but those are the big names.
Wow.
The biggies. Some lady who did all the firings, she got fired too or something?
Yeah, Linda Wong.
The one that did all the firings, they fired.
It's like the opening scene from Dark Knight. After you do your part, they just shoot you.
They shoot.
Right. And then there's a guy who I really liked who they promoted because they fired another guy who we really liked, but it was kind of a budget cut move.
Yeah.
So the guy that was promoted, who was just a sales guy doing his job,
They were like, wow, you're doing such a good job. We're going to promote you.
Yeah, and save a little money in the process.
Yeah.
But you fast forward a mere 6 to 8 months, they fire that guy.
They fired
that guy for just stepping up and doing the right thing for the company.
Instead of demoting him back to his old position.
Right.
They're like, you're great. We're going to promote you.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I get my old job? No, you suck. We're firing you. But I was good enough to promote.
Unbelievable. Just amazing.
A lot of
and don't get mad. We're just giving the headlines to the people out there.
Yeah, a lot of things going on. A lot of shenanigans.
And there were some whatever. There were heavy rumors about you and I, Anthony.
Oh, really?
And if we were going to make the latest cut.
Aren't there always?
But here we are with live mics in front of us, so I guess that's good. Unless they just turned off the power and then the joke's on us.
No one's telling us.
Because boy, we know they know how to tell a good joke.
What rumors? New York radio message board?
Nah.
It's my fault They're blaming me.
They're blaming you now?
Now it's back to my fault.
Oh, it's your fault?
It's amazing.
Well, thank God we could finally talk about that, Jimmy.
That's-
We've all been too scared to tell you in front of you.
Yeah, we'll just wait till it's all done. I just show up alone. Oh,
It's Jimmy's fault now. Oh, okay. I can't keep track of whose fault these things are. Wow.
I want to thank CBS for the fine wedding gift they gave me, kicking us out of Boston and Cleveland while we were gone.
Hey.
I mean, you can't ask for a better wedding gift,
Mazel tov.
I guarantee they wanted to kind of work it into the priest, the thing he was doing.
Yeah.
Hey, can you work this in?
Letter from the Corinthians and CBS management to Opie and Anthony.
And they try to spin it well, we didn't want to wreck your honeymoon. I didn't know days ago. It didn't trickle down to the islands that we weren't going to be on in Boston and Cleveland when I got back.
Yeah, what was it? You're on the beach. Braids, T-shirts, Oh, Opie, you're not on anymore in Boston, man.
Yeah, wonderful.
Coconut drink.
Wonderful. And then all I want to say about Boston, and it's nothing crazy. It's being spun a few different ways, but the last communication I had with the people in Boston, we had a very good trend up there. Okay, we were moving in the right direction, and I wrote to the GM and the PD up there, and I said, "Wow, we had a nice trend. Very excited. This is good. I'm looking forward to more success as we move forward here." And one of the guys was at the Patriots game, and he wrote me back, "Congratulations on the trend. Enjoy it."
Enjoy it for.
And now I'm hearing that the Boston papers are spinning it that we had low ratings, and that's why we had to go. So,
stop.
Believe who you want. That was the last communique I had with the Boston people, and they seem to be very happy with where we were going with the radio show. So
it's completely economics. It's complete economics. They're scrambling to save money.
Yeah.
At this company, so that's what they do. They take us out. They put in a show they're already paying to do afternoons, put them in mornings, and then they hire some schlep to spin records in the afternoons. And there you go. You're saving money.
There you go. Boy.
Yeah.
And then I come back and I see a do-rag on Anthony's head.
Yeah. I got my gangster.
Were you down in the islands with me?
It's my gangster rag,
I
yo.
see that.
I'm hoping to get a job at a hip-hop station.
Yeah. Is that some 5'11" gear up there on your head?
No, this isn't 5'11" bandana. This is to kind of cover up my my hair restoration.
Right.
Yes. Got my hair restoration on my big bald spot in the back.
Right.
I was sick of looking at that thing.
I'll be honest with you. When people said you got that done, I'm like, oh no. Our pal's going to look like a Barbie doll.
Doll hair.
But Anthony, as soon as I walked in, I'm like, all right, let me see it. And then pulled the do-rag off, and I got to tell you, holy crap.
Yeah, they've gotten really good at doing this because they don't take out big chunks of your head and try to put them in other places anymore.
Right.
It's like microsurgery. They dissect the whole piece of scalp that they take out, and
they don't sod your head like the old days.
No.
Take this and
sod, just throw it on top like
and
a
hope
wig.
hope it like
we hope it takes. Keep it watered and fertilized. Have a landscaper come in every so often. Oh yeah,
right on.
Shining. Mm-hmm. That's me now. Hair. Yeah. Everybody. Hair. That's it. Stick it on my head. Yeah, they take it from the back and dissect the whole thing.
Nice.
And then get the individual follicles and then pop them in your head where needed in the same direction as all the hair grows. And they take into consideration which hairs they're putting where.
Yeah.
Thicker ones in the back, thinner ones in the front.
Do we have a sponsor for this?
No.
Oh, all right,
no.
good.
Yeah,
Thank God.
Thank God. Because everything is sponsored on this goddamn show. And I decided I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to have to be held captive to the salespeople or the company that did it. I want to be able to talk about it honestly. If it sucked, I was going to say it sucked. If it's good, I want to be able to say it's good. And I didn't want to have to get on and go, hey, this is Anthony. Guess what I did? I went down and read some copy that someone wrote about my hair.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, this is just something I was watching. I was looking at some pictures that we've taken over the years, and then I was checking out our David Letterman appearance. And they did one of those over-the-shoulder shots of me, and I was like, "Oh God, that's gotta be taken care of." So I just decided, let me check it out. I went and talked to the guy, then had it done right here in the city on Central Park South. And after 10 hours in a chair, it's all done. And 5 days or so of really taking care of it. And now it's just a matter of keeping the abomination of long and short hair covered.
Who cares about that?
And,
the end result's going to be good.
Yeah, because it's like, it's nice. It's a little fluffy, little fuzzies coming in. In time, that's going to,
So far, so good. I got to tell you, it looks amazing. I was like, get the F out of here.
Yeah, it looks like real hair. It's just kind of growing out of your head like it used to.
Right. So why doesn't Donald Trump get that done?
I'm psyched about that. I don't know. I always just said, like, why
you're not really allowed to
do it?
You're not really allowed to talk about his hair. It's just one of those things you're not supposed to talk about. But why doesn't he get that done?
Maybe he's so far gone and doing such the comb over. Like, if you're completely bald and only have the horseshoe,
the tiny horseshoe,
doing the big cover up, there's not much they can do. You can only take so much hair from somewhere and put it somewhere else.
Can't he do anything to make that look better, though? Like, take a Yankee hat and spray paint it blonde.
Yeah, that would look better than that. What a mess that is on his head. No one knows what it is. Is it a comb over? Is it a wig? Look, there's the wind blowing it. And
the hair is definitely coming from somewhere else. I don't know if it's coming from the back. I don't know what that is. But, hey, could you use someone else's hair?
No, I even asked him that.
That would be cool.
I said, is there any way they can, if you match, like a liver donor or something,
right,
you could use someone else's hair?
Right.
And they said they're working on that, or were working on it, and you'd still have to take drugs for rejection like you do for organs.
Really?
Yeah. And it might not work. Your own hair, they could just pop in there and everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah.
But here's what they are working on, though, now, is cloning your hair, so that they could take the follicles and actually regrow clones of your own hair follicles and then pop those in, which is pretty amazing.
That would be the move.
That. Yeah,
that would be the move.
That's it. Just grow it in a big hair farm.
Yeah.
Then they just slap it in your head, and that's that.
He's so useless. We could use E-Rock as a hair farm. Maybe pin him down and pull clumps out of his head. Take care of all the boys.
Like the Matrix. We just keep them in suspended animation and just harvest their hair instead of power.
Because the one thing you can't say about E-Rock, you can't make fun of the lack of hair.
That's a full head of hair on that lad.
You were telling me some follicles have 3 hairs growing out of them.
Yeah.
E-Rock has to have a dozen.
It's easily. Be a dozen per follicle. His follicles are overloaded.
Easily.
Taking all the energy from his brain.
Yeah. Someone wants to know if you could use chest or neck hair. Why would you want your chest or neck hair on the top of your head?
I don't think so. I think it has to be head hair. And the hair on the back of your head and on the sides, like behind your ears and things like that, is genetically engineered not to succumb to male pattern baldness.
Right.
It just doesn't fall out.
Right.
That's why guys have that. They wind up shaving it off after they go completely bald and go with a shaved look. But I was like, there's no way I could pull that look off. My brother does it. He's got the look for it. Other people that go with the full shave look. Bob Kelly, who was in yesterday, he's got the shaved head look, and it looks great on some guys. Me, not so much.
Why, you tried it once?
No, but I just know.
You just know.
I shaved my goatee once, and I was told to hit the hospice, you AIDS patient.
It was kind of scary.
Yeah. So I couldn't imagine shaving my head.
Well, good for you. I'm not even going to lie to you. I was very prepared to just beat you up.
A little worried about.
That's why I said, all right, let's see.
The Barbie head.
And you passed.
Yeah.
it looks good.
Yeah.
I can't beat you up. It looks really good.
Now in 6 months or so, you'll see it'll be the same length. I'll be able to get it all cut. Get my hair cut to all the same length.
You're shampooing it?
That'll grow. Yeah. I just started. I was able to shampoo it. At first, I had to take gauze and soap it up with some special shampoo and just tap.
Right.
Tap.
I wouldn't touch it if that was
tap.
I would just walk around really greasy until it all comes
Yeah, but
in.
you got to keep it clean.
Ah.
So it was tap, and then take a cup in the shower with you, fill up the cup with water, and slowly pour it over your head.
Yeah.
Don't make any pressure on there. And I couldn't, no heavy activities, no exercise, no nothing like that, or else you might pop a follicle. There have been guys, the doctor was telling me, a guy that hit his head on the bottom of a table. He went under there to grab something, came up and smacked his head, and like 100 follicles just stuck to the bottom of the table. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're just stuck with a big bald spot.
What other surgery do you have to worry about that?
Yeah, right?
It's a new arm, but don't touch it to anything or you'll lose it.
It's going to stick somewhere if you're going to grab something. Right. You're going to grab a doorknob accidentally and your arm is there hanging on the doorknob. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I was afraid to do anything. Thank God I didn't sneeze.
Yeah. Why?
I didn't puke. I don't know. I just had no urge to sneeze for a few days, which was good.
You're not supposed to sneeze.
No, I was just afraid to.
Right.
Like, I was thinking if I sneezed, I'd shoot them off like little rocket ships popping out of my head. But no drinking. That was the hard part. No drinking for 5 days, for a week, pretty much. I didn't drink from Tuesday till pretty much night before last night.
How was the shakes?
The shakes were really bad.
You have to have some kind of shakes.
I was getting over them. No, it was pretty easy with the Percocet that they gave me for pain, because then all I did was I drank some water and popped Percocet, and I felt like I was drunk. I was just drinking water.
Felt like you were drinking a nice Budweiser. or something.
Yeah, I had a nice little buzz going.
Are they still a sponsor?
The pain with what, Percocet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt nice. The little Percocet buzz.
Nice.
And they gave you, and it stopped the pain because you get this stinging feeling in your head.
Is it like getting stung by bees over and over and over again? Is it that much? Yeah, probably not, because they Novocaine your head, right?
Yeah, but they put hundreds of Novocaine shots in your head over the course of the entire 10 hours that you're doing this. 10 hours laying down doing this. And then you're like, I feel a little pinch happening over here. They're like, okay, we'll numb it. So more Novocaine. And since Novocaine is only like a small percentage of what they're actually putting in your head,
right, the
rest is saline. It's like a solution. So you have so much water built up in your scalp after the surgery's done that it's just in your scalp, and it's got to run its course. So gravity takes it and moves it down into your face and then your neck, and then it just disperses through your body as a liquid. Your body absorbs it. But in between that time, I went through a phase where I had a complete Rocky Dennis look going on my face.
I can relate to that. The hives thing.
Dude, it was so bad. And you could still see where it's really like bad under my eyes and dry and stuff, but I had like lumpy, and I had fat eyes, and the bridge of my nose was real wide. I had like alien eyes that seemed very far apart. They were calling me half an Anthony face on Pal Talk.
You're a waterhead.
I was a waterhead. That's what I was saying. I go, I'm a waterhead. Like, and it wasn't even symmetrical, because, one day I'd wake up and my jaw was bigger on one side.
That's
and then
up.
my cheek was bigger. And it just, it was awful, but that kind of ran its course.
Nice.
That was something they told me, though. They say, expect it. You're going to look like you were punched in the eyes in a few days, but that's normal. And that was that. So I go back Friday to have the stitches taken out. And, I'm shampooing my hair now normally, kind of more gently, a little more gently. But it's kind of cool to actually feel hair.
Where there was no hair.
Yeah, where there was like no hair, yeah. It's actually poking through the bandana. When I touch it like that, like little pins coming through the top of the bandana. So it's really, actually works. It's pretty cool, I was really getting bummed about that whole thing. If I didn't want to sit in front of anybody, because I'm just picturing they're looking going, oh my God, look at that bald spot on Anthony. Jeez, he's lost
No one noticed. Well, we're
one
not supposed to
noticed.
notice, I guess.
I noticed.
It's the chicks that are supposed to notice. So.
Yeah.
I noticed. Jesus, it was glaring. Well, I wore a hat.
I noticed you
99%
wore
of the
hats
time.
all the time. But
99% of the times, but when I had to do things like obviously your wedding, I couldn't wear a hat.
Right.
So I wasn't wearing that. When I sat down in the church, all I was thinking is, who's behind me? I look, there's Patrice and Voss, and I'm just thinking, oh, they're going, oh, that's why he wears a hat every day. All right. Because that big glaring, I'm just thinking they're going to goof on me, me baldy.
So why don't you be able just to wash your hair regular?
Well, at first it was a thing they didn't want them popping out.
Right.
Until they, heal and settle in there and get blood flowing into them.
you know what I would have done if I got
You're screwing around with them.
if I had the procedure? I would have went home. The first thing I did was just shampoo my head vigorously.
Vigorously. And just watch all your follicles go down the drain.
I would just be like,
Big bloody head. You'd just be bloody fingers and watching, like the Psycho bathtub, just watching blood go down the drain with follicles.
You'd be digging out hairs that were good before you got...
Yeah. Even good hairs. You come out completely bald. Just scratching away.
Right on, man.
No, last night I got a good shampoo with the finger pads, with the pads of your fingers instead of the tips. You can do a little massage.
Are we officially getting old?
What's
what's
happened
happening?
a while ago? Yeah. Well, no,
What happened?
This has been happening with me for 15 years. I've noticed that I've been slowly losing hair. What did they got a picture of me with a comb over?
Yeah, there's a lot of fine pictures of you with
That's
horrendous.
a good one. Oh, God, I'm glad I didn't have to get to that point.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Didn't want to do the comb over. Didn't want to do the Gene Simmons hair hat wig.
That's a wig he wears?
Oh, yes.
We don't know for sure now,
Oh,
do we?
stop it. It's horrible.
Where are we at with Gene Simmons? You all right? It's been a couple of weeks.
Wig, he's an ass.
All right, good. Wig, he's an ass. We'll leave the people with that.
It.
We're going to take a quick break and continue. It's Opie and Anthony. Yeah. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. I guess our latest problem is the affiliates aren't getting the show. The remaining affiliates, because I don't know why. There's some kind
Never fails. It's always something. Always drama.
We're still on in some markets, but Westwood One, I guess, they officially syndicate the show or throw it up on the bird or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
And now I guess we have to pay them personally, and I guess we haven't paid them personally yet, so they refuse to put the show out there for the affiliates.
Oh, is that how it works? Anyone got a few bucks? Can we scrape some money together and send a runner down there?
Enjoy the ride, people. This thing is heading toward a cliff.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So we're waking up Bob now. Steve goes, I called Bob. You called him? You called his cell phone, right? I'm sure he's going to answer his cell phone at 3:30 in the morning in L.A. Call him at home and wake his ass up and say, Bob, what the F is going on?
That's what it is, 3:30, huh? Mm-hmm. Over there where he is.
Something like that.
Have fun.
Let's go to Dano in Kentucky. Dano, how are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm good. How you?
Good.
Hey, man.
Hey, congratulations, brother. Hey, I want to know, man, what's up, man? Why don't you man up and just shave your head? I mean, what's next? A boob job, baby Tina?
Why would I man up and shave my head, which I like to call the comb over of the new millennium?
Because you look like a sissy Mary with plugs.
No, it's not plugs, ass. And you don't look
Don't
like
paint your toes, sugar.
you don't look like a sissy Mary. You look like somebody that has hair where there wasn't any before. That's
I
all.
think you look beautiful.
Perhaps I didn't want to shave my head and just do what everybody else that goes bald does. Shave
You
their
get your
head.
nails done, too?
Yes, I got my nails done. What is this fulfilling? Is this fulfilling some type of fantasy that you're having of me, sir?
Yeah, I got to tell the people out there. I saw it for myself, and doesn't look like a Barbie doll head whatsoever.
All put in there separately.
Yeah.
No big clumps of hair that are just ripped out with a goddamn cookie cutter. That's what they used to do. They'd take this, because it was a plug, and they would take it and gouge out chunks of your hair behind your head, and then gouge out a spot in the bald area, and then just do the old switcheroo. Mm-hmm. And you'd end up with this chunk.
I used to love the guys. It was about 10 years ago, maybe, where they didn't have enough money, so they would just do the line.
Do the hairline in the front.
Yeah, and then they're like, eventually when I get my big promotion, I'll do the rest.
I'll do the rest, and then brush it backwards
And then they just had
to cover it up. They got plugs so they could do a comb over. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I just found out that you weren't sitting with Danny at the wedding.
No, we had spoken about the seating arrangement either Monday or yesterday on the show, and the fact that
By the way,
it was topsy-turvy.
Without getting too mushy, because whatever, it was a good wedding though, right? It wasn't like it wasn't your like run-of-the-mill weddings.
Lindsay looked beautiful.
She sure did.
I must say,
She sure did.
I said that to her like that. Also, I said it just like that. You looked beautiful. She starts laughing because that's all she heard from people all night long.
I asked her, "Did you talk to Anthony?" And she imitated what you just did.
Yeah,
that's all he said to me.
Beautiful, because I know she's heard that 1,000 times, but I wanted to tell her, that she did. And, she's busy. The bride's running around like a maniac, so I didn't want to monopolize her time or anything like that. I know how that works.
Yeah.
She's running around like crazy. Everybody's grabbing her for pictures and everything. So, I figured it was best just to let her enjoy her day.
I didn't get a picture with the groom and bride. I just realized what a dope I am.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
You have plenty with them. They're just not wearing the fancy clothes.
It's a nice day.
Yeah, really.
Photoshop in a wedding dress and a tuxedo.
We even did the picture thing right. We told the broad, we go, look, don't set up any pictures. I don't want them.
No staged pictures.
How many people have actually looked through someone's wedding album? Seriously, right?
Bore fest.
I said, this is what's going to happen. You're going to take a couple hundred pictures. I'm going to like 4 or 5, and maybe we'll display them somewhere else. The rest will be in a wedding album somewhere.
Yeah.
So just take candid pictures all day long. That's all I wanted. So the actual part where they did take like set up pictures was literally 5 minutes.
Really? Because usually
5
that
minutes.
takes forever.
One with you and your brothers, good. One with your sisters, good. One with your mom, good. One with your groomsmen, good. One with the bride, good. Done. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
That was it.
And then just snapping pictures during the whole reception and everything.
Yeah, just candid.
Yeah.
I heard she was all over the place. I don't know.
That's better.
But you were supposed to sit with Danny, and I just found out you weren't sitting with Danny.
No, I had the lovely Travis and Lisa sitting at my table.
Who actually, they ended up switching. They were at your table and then felt bad. I was kind of off in the corner, so they came to keep me company.
I'll tell you.
They switched.
This is how lame we are. We really are lame. Like, the wedding was put together very well, but the seating chart, when we walked into the main room, we were working on the seating chart outside those doors, basically.
At the moment that people were coming in,
yeah,
you're still working on the seating chart.
And the wedding planner, I know that's going to sound like ugh to people, but if you know anything about me and my girl, trust me, we needed somebody. And they were like, we've never seen this before. Usually people hand in the seating chart 2 to 3 weeks ahead of time.
Yes.
Well, that's good for you. We're still working on this. We'll have it hopefully in time for people to pick up their dumb numbers.
There was a poor couple that was sitting with Patrice.
You noticed that?
His chick, Jimmy, Rich Voss.
My empty chair.
Yeah, Jimmy's empty chair.
Well, I mean, you were supposed to be with like Ron and Fez and Danny, and because I know you went to Atlantic City like a couple days before the wedding, so I'm like, okay, and we'll sit with the Atlantic City people, Ron and Fez, a few other radio people, perfect. Jimmy will sit with the comics, mostly because those guys don't drink, so I figured it would be a table of those guys, a non-drinking table.
There you go.
And what happened at Jimmy's table was a couple got, put there last minute because, like I said, we were working on the seating chart to the last second.
Just throw them to the wolves is what you did.
And Lindsay and I, we turn and we start looking around the room like, all right, hey, for a last-minute seating chart, we did pretty well. And then we see this couple at Jimmy, Patrice, and Voss's table. They looked like they saw a ghost. They were scared essless. It was like that scene on Animal House.
Yeah. Where they
in the bar. That's what they looked like. Like, what did we do to deserve this table?
They were listening to Patrice go on about relationships and just him going in and out of arguments with his chick and just horrified.
Yeah.
Their face said it all. They were horrified.
Yeah.
and there was Tyson Walter was at our table with his wife. So we had a good table, and the people. They were nice, but they really were like they were watching a horror film because we were out. I forgot to mention yesterday that my favorite part of the wedding was they had the kids in the other room, which was smart. They had a like a little area for the kids, and they had a candy table with 30 different types of candy. And I told Aunt it looked like a scene on a Black Hawk Down.
You didn't see that, Aunt?
Yeah, but it was like 1 minute it was like empty, and the next minute there was just 50 people physically fighting over candy, M&Ms and little gummy bears. And Lindsay's father came up to me, and he goes, I know our friends are at your table. If you could just get to know them and talk to them a little bit, they're really nice.
God.
And I'm like, they seem like lovely people. Right back to ignoring them.
They were horrified.
Right back to ignoring them.
Oh.
They were the collateral damage to doing the seating chart last night. What can I tell you?
Had to be a victim or two.
And I know they're fans of the show, so whoever you are, I don't know you by name. I'm sorry.
They seem nice enough.
I'm really sorry. But the candy table was supposed to be for the kids, but if you're an adult, you want to maybe, grab a couple pieces of candy. I saw adults basically elbowing my tiny little nieces and nephews out of the way. To get to all the good stuff.
Loading up huge bags of candy.
Yeah, and a lot of parents were mad at me personally because if you do a candy table, what you want to do is a bunch of candy from the ages, right? Everything you remember growing up. And I go, look, man, I know this is so not PC, but we got to get the candy cigarettes. Yep. Remember the candy cigarettes?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, and the wedding...
Ronnie was smoking those.
Was he?
Yeah.
And the wedding planner, once again, I mean, there was a lot of rolling of the eyes with these wedding planners because we're not like traditional like they're used to working with.
Yeah,
they've done some celebrity weddings and stuff, and I don't think the other weddings that had like candy cigarettes.
Little kids with cigarettes in their mouth.
So it backfired because all the kids were running around going, look what you can do with this candy. You can blow smoke.
Yeah, you blow into it and the smoke comes out. It's like powdered sugar dust.
Is that what pops out of it? Is the powdered sugar dust?
Yeah.
I know it's not actual smoke.
Because it's
don't
gum.
Call me, but
it's gum, You peel off the paper and there's gum inside.
But I didn't understand you could keep blowing the smoke. It's not just one puff. It goes for a while.
Yeah.
So the kids were all fake smoking, and the parents were looking at me like, gee, thanks. This will take at least a month to get this out of their heads.
Fantastic. Good.
That was fantastic. I literally just walked around in circles around that thing, scooping my little dumb fingers into candy. I didn't even have a bag. I swear to God, I was just eating at the table. I'm like, if I have a bag, I'm going to put on 30 pounds. I stood at the table and ate candy, and then went back in and ate my food like a pig. It's lovely.
But I threw you in a table kind of in the back to get you out of the action there, Ed, because the Philly crew, they're ridiculous fans of the radio show.
Yeah.
But you were supposed to sit with Danny.
Yeah. Well, we were hanging out during the whole thing. He'd come over to the table and stuff, and then I was hanging out with Ron and Fez, which was fun.
Yeah.
Those two were a blast. And I had fun.
The things we had to do to try to we kept the wedding pretty secret. I mean, everyone knew I was getting married, but they didn't know when. And then we register, and they had like not only my home address, my cell phone, when we're getting married, where we're getting married. I'm like, look, we got to do this a little different. So according to the registry, I'm getting married sometime in January. That was to throw everybody off. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And it worked out. It worked like a charm.
So what was the deal? What was the deal with the gospel singers?
Because I'm not a big religious guy, so I figured that if I'm getting, if we're getting married in a church, we're gonna freaking live. We're gonna rock the place,
gospel it up a little bit.
We just for the people that are wondering, we got married at the Sixth Sense Church down there in Philly.
I didn't know that until Ronnie told me later on.
Yeah, the church in Sixth Sense, that's where we got married, which is perfect for me.
Yeah,
and let it be known that was the first gospel choir to ever set foot in a Catholic church.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man.
I thought maybe they were like, they always did that at that church.
Hell no.
I thought so, too.
Hell no. Yeah. You break out a checkbook, you get whatever the hell you want done with the Catholic religion.
You got Sabracadabra up there.
Right. If you got money, man, you could turn it into a Jewish ceremony. They don't give a crap.
They don't care.
Oh, no.
Whatever. It's like renting a hall.
No, that was my girl's idea, just to keep it all festive.
Little gospel.
Look, I mean, I was brought up Catholic. We're a bunch of boors in a church. It's, it's all...
That's what Patrice said. It was kind of weird to have, and Jesus was suffered for our sins. Oh, happy day.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of a juxtaposition.
We basically had a warm-up band because as people were coming into the church, I don't know how early you got there, but they were gospeling their asses off.
Oh, yeah, I got that for the gospel.
People were standing and clapping. A lot of people were expecting Whoopi to show up.
Sister Act 4.
Right. Yeah, we just, I don't know, we just try to do things differently. We didn't have a head table. We just sat among everybody else.
Yeah, there was no cling, 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 cling.
We didn't throw the garter. We didn't do any of that stuff. And for the people that do that, great. Good for you. We didn't want any of that.
No.
We didn't even want to cut the cake. We did that. That was probably the only other thing we did. First dance and we cut the cake. That was it.
I heard you really didn't get married either.
Oh, well.
You just was like, I don't want to do that. I don't.
Clang, 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 clang.
You're wearing the old ring there, huh?
Well, until I get, I'm getting something else there, but yeah.
Oh, yeah?
For now, yeah. But, it was cool. And then I went down to our old spot. I was going to say that.
Oh.
Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
And hung out with my new friend, Colin Farrell.
Oh, yeah?
Colin Farrell was hanging with some broad.
Was he with some broad? What'd she look like?
She was all right.
Just all right?
Yeah. She was all right.
Oh, he's known to, travel with some hotties.
I think we're friends now, too, because he said, "What's up, mate?" a few times to me.
Oh, yeah?
So I feel like we're pals now.
He was just hanging out, huh?
Yeah, we went to
Did he punch anybody?
Huh?
He's known for that, too.
Oof. No, people were leaving him alone because he looks like he punches a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not only does he punch a lot of people, he looks like he punches a lot of people.
Oh,
which
really?
prevents him from punching a lot of people, if you know what I mean. He's just got that look all the time.
Yeah.
Like I was scared to even look at him. And at one moment I did look at him. That's when he said, "Hey, hello, mate."
Hello, mate. Was he drinking?
No. I think he's off the sauce. Yeah.
Wow.
He had some issues with that because I did the IMDb. Well, I'm sitting pretty much right next to him.
Oh, really?
I was getting all my info together just in case we became friends.
So you have things to discuss?
I swear to God. Because
you tool.
We went to a place, and we were looking for something really, really slow and mellow. I didn't realize how slow and mellow this place was. We're asking the bartenders. They don't play any music around the bar, nothing. And I'm like, wow, it's really slow. And they're like, no, actually, we're quite busy. I'm like, how many people are here? They're like, about a dozen. And for Thanksgiving, we'll probably get up to 20 to 24 people. I'm like, what? So literally, I'm hanging out in the bar area, and Colin's having tea or coffee right over there. And it's just me and my girl, him and his girl, and the bartenders. So I'm at the bar with my BlackBerry, just IMDb, making sure I got all my info.
What can I say to him? Let me look up some things. A conversation started.
I didn't want to say something like, you were great at Fight Club. And go, oh, wrong movie.
That isn't him.
It'd be funny if you Google the wrong Colin, and you're like, wow, so were you mad when President Bush left you swinging in the United Nations? Oh, God, wrong Google.
So you were on remote control.
I know everything about him. His marriages, who he banged, and his movies, and
no way to slip in there and have a little conversation starter, huh?
Like I said, like you said, I mean, he's got that look. Like, you better have the greatest opening line, or you're going to be knocked out cold,
or else it's just get out of here. I'm punching you in the face.
Yeah, and then there was some other celebrity there, that tennis broad. I was trying to remember her name. She's got the camera commercial right now.
Yeah.
And I was getting
Sharapova?
Yeah. She was there.
Who was she there with?
Some really short dude. Some Euro dude.
Euro trash dude?
I pretty much wanted to say that. Yeah, you said it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And she's a beast.
What do you mean a beast? Because she's
well, look at that unbelievable picture of her there.
Is that a whoopsie shot?
She's panties on, though.
Oh, panties?
Yeah.
She is sexy. How tall is she? She's tall?
She is big.
She's easily 6 foot. Oh. Easily, if not 6'1".
She looks fantastic in commercials and stuff. Look at
but she's huge.
Is she?
She is huge.
Was the guy handsome she was with, or was he like a manager type dude? Like a creepy older guy? Or a guy that, she probably digs him?
It's the younger guy. Younger, Euro-looking dude, I guess. Yeah. Best I could describe. But she is a big woman. No fat, just all muscle and just tall. really tall.
Lovely.
I don't know, Jimmy. I don't know.
You didn't find her lovely?
I
Yeah.
like that.
Broad shoulders, Jimmy.
A big girl like that can be so sexy and smothering, and I can dig that. Like a big, tall girl.
I thought
Lots to crawl around on.
Yeah, just humiliate you.
she looks a lot thinner on TV and a lot.
Yeah.
Look at that. She's huge. I'm telling you.
That's a nice picture,
It's a very nice picture.
Laying down on the beach. She's got that hip,
but it's deceiving when you see her in person. I mean, she is a monster.
Jesus.
And the other thing, and it's got to be said, I took 2 books on vacation with me, Jimmy, or also known as my honeymoon, sorry. Jim Norton's I Hate Your Guts, and Dennis Leary's book.
Leary's book did very well. Why We Suck.
Jimmy, in all fairness, and not to take away from Leary, your book was better.
Thank you, man.
Your book was better.
Yes.
And I mean, his was a good read, but I enjoyed yours more.
Thanks, man.
And I just want to tell the people out there. So, Sharapova is 6'2".
God.
According to Stunt Brain.
That is a tall girl.
6'2". Yeah, she is big, man. I didn't realize she was that big. I thought she'd be 5'9", 5'10", which is obviously tall for a woman. 6'2".
Love that.
And she was wearing, like, heels. So, I mean, when she walked in to the restaurant area, she was a monster.
He was way shorter than
Way shorter.
He could have been like a taller than average guy and still look short next to her.
I was ready to say he's like has to be 5'7", but you're probably right. He's probably like 5'10", with no heels on, obviously.
Yeah. Oh.
She had to be 6'4" with the heels.
I need some platform. I look ridiculous with this girl.
I feel like that when I stand next to Dakota Fanning.
Maybe I could get a platform wig.
I want the Cesare model from the Idol Maker.
Do you have something in an eraser head?
Let's say hi to Chris in Jersey. Chris, how are you? Chris? Did Voss say there was no Pavarottis there or something? That's what Chris was saying?
Yeah. Voss is so stupid. We were talking about the wedding and everything, and he went to make a goof that there was no paparazzi. And he said, and I'm sure the same thing was with the Pavarotti not showing up. And we were like, the Pavarotti? Couldn't figure out what the hell he even meant.
The
Pavarotti.
They probably had 100 other things they wanted to do before they showed up at my dumb affair.
And then a gargile.
Gargile? Nice.
Called it a gargile.
Nice.
It just is the dumbest individual. He can't speak. He doesn't know what's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. He makes it like he shouldn't know, like he's 6 years old and he shouldn't know what he's saying. You're not 6.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Let's say hi to Steve on Long Island. Steve.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Good morning,
Congratulations, Opie.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, one of those books you read on vacation, was it on how to drink bikini teenies and beat up Frenchmen underwater?
Oh. Did you have any bikini teenies?
I had, for the most part, manly drinks. The last night I did try a banana daiquiri, though. Wow.
Yeah, those are tasty.
Wow.
Those are tasty.
Wow, that's like an ice cream, like
they're very filling.
Wow, wow, is that good?
And then it gets you hammered with the rum that they put in there.
Oh yeah,
it's just good stuff. You're a tropical environment there. It's legit. It's not faggy if you're in the islands.
I did do some diving, and I had to brag about.
It was your honeymoon. You had to.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did some diving, and I had to tell the Frenchman story to the dive instructor on the boat. They weren't really appreciating the fact that I punched a Frenchman 60 feet underwater one time.
Kept you away from everybody else.
They didn't really appreciate the story. I thought I'd get a nice little laugh from them.
What did it get on a 1 to 10?
Oof. A very shocked look, like what is wrong? What is wrong with you?
You're the only one not teamed up with a buddy that day. How about he just goes off alone?
Hey, there you go, Ryan from New York. Opie saw Sharapova. How do you say her name? Sharapova. Sharapova. Sharapova in the city, have to agree with you. She was a big girl. She looked skinnier on TV, wasn't wearing makeup either. She's beautiful. I'd give it. The face is amazing, but I'm telling you, she's massive.
Well, if she's 6'2", then of course she would look crazy if she didn't have some meat on her.
Right.
No,
she didn't look like fat whatsoever. She was well proportioned for someone that's 6'2".
But that's monstrous size.
Right. She has to weigh 100 and how much do you think she weighs?
They list her at 6'2", 130, 135.
Hell no.
I think that's bigger than that.
Hell no.
Yeah, it's got to be bigger.
A big rump. And those arms look thin right there? I'm telling you, they are. Not that I have big arms. I know that. I'm not trying to say anything here, but, I try to go to the gym from time to time. Her arms were way bigger than mine. Way bigger.
I don't know. Who was it? Was it on Seinfeld? George Costanza wanted to be with a giant girl.
Yeah.
She would fit the bill. That's like a weird kind of a fetish thing. Guys that want to be with giant big girls like that.
Yeah.
Because normally they're not attractive, big giant girls. Very awkward looking. Mm-hmm. She plays a sport that takes a lot of movement, a lot of speed, and everything like that. So she's not this lumbering sloth,
right?
For being big. So that's kind of cool. I find her pretty attractive. Wow, Jimmy,
look at that shot.
Holy mackerel.
Sorry.
Wow. That's an ass shot. She's bending over to pick something up, and her little tennis shorts are creeping.
Wow.
About halfway up her buttock.
And look at that.
That's
look at that.
There's a lot of width.
Wow.
In there. That's her thighs are very separated.
I think I got to take back everything I just said about her.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
That's a beast.
Can we put that shot on onaradio.com?
That should be.
Wow.
There's just.
How do you describe that?
Lovely.
Well, yeah. Like
there's a lot of space between her each buttock.
Wow.
Yeah. There's wow.
All right. With that, we're gonna go to break, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and take care of each other.
All right. It's Opie and Anthony starring Jim Norton. Stay there. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. There's a weird vibe in the room today just because they fired a lot of people overnight here in New York City.
This isn't a replay of
I know.
the past show. They've just been doing that.
I know. I just wish we had a clue that they were thinking of taking us off in Boston and Cleveland. You know what we should do?
They're flying by the seat of their pants in management. They have, they have budgets they got to meet.
Well, how about you let us know?
Everyone's going belly up because the economy sucks. So they're just taking out the hatchet.
Well, the point I'm trying to make, though, is I think we should just do our farewell show.
Farewell show.
Like today? Today's our farewell show, just in case.
Oh, so that way if we...
Yeah, because for once in our careers, we'd like to say goodbye to our listeners before it happens. So today is the Opie and Anthony farewell show.
But we don't know.
Dude, when I said, all right, good, so long Boston, so long Cleveland, I'm going to go get married. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Hello? We didn't know then either.
Yeah.
Hello? By the way, someone's asking about Eastside Dave, one of the guys that works for Ron and Fez. Did Eastside Dave show his ass at the wedding? Eastside Dave, it was the only laugh I got in the church. Like we did the communion we did like the full church service, right? And we're kind of bored at this point, so we're watching everyone, receive the body of Christ.
Body of Christ, amen.
The body of Christ. And all of a sudden, I see this like homeless vagrant type of dude. I swear to God, I'm like, wow. Because the church is in a weird area down there in Philly, so I'm thinking that, well, if I was homeless, why not? A little snack. Just get online and get a little snack, right?
Free eats.
And all of a sudden I see this kind of homeless vagrant looking dude, and it's Eastside Dave.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked awkward in his skin. He was hunched over. He got the body of Christ.
Body of Christ.
And then ran out of the church. I don't think he wasn't at the reception, was he?
No, he wasn't.
He just showed up at the church. Who shows up at the church?
That's what I said, and apparently it was because he would have made a complete ass of himself and ruined your wedding if alcohol was involved.
Right.
So he was told. Danny's got a few more details on this one.
Well, no, I was just going to.
Oh, sorry, Danny.
I was just going to say that the rumor has it that he wasn't permitted to attend the reception.
Yeah,
that's not. It's everything.
No. It would have been one of those scenes that
out of F.H. Riley's at your bachelor party.
That was awesome, though.
Your bride would have been in tears.
Not really. She would have loved it too.
For ruining her day.
But most people blow off the church, go to the reception. This is the first time in the history of weddings where someone actually went to the church
and blew off the reception.
And blows off the reception. Who does that?
No one. Except Dave, because he has a problem.
All right.
He has a few drinks, and he just will ruin any situation you're in.
I wanted him at the reception. I didn't invite him just to the church.
Would have been great.
Yeah.
See him there at the reception.
All right. Hey, wow. Plaxico. Burris.
Yeah.
Wow. A Giant said goodbye to him overnight?
What a dunce.
What, did he work for this radio station, too, on the side?
No, they only suspended him, right?
For the year, right?
Yeah, he's done.
He's done for the year?
I thought it was a 4-game suspension.
That's
the year, Jimmy.
Oh, but will he be
We're already in week
though?
13 or whatever it is, right?
No, if they make the playoffs, not if, but...
yeah,
he's done. He's on non-injured suspension or whatever they call it.
So someone fill me in. What happened? I was flying. He was out somewhere in New York and shot himself or something?
He was at one of the clubs.
Right.
He had an expired Florida pistol license.
Right.
Which is like having nothing in New York City.
Well, you can't have a gun in New York City to begin with without jumping through a lot of hoops.
Very difficult to be able to carry a gun in New York City. He did not have the proper credentials. But he wanted to carry his Glock with him. He had a 40 caliber because he wears his bling, yo. He wears his bling, yo. And he wanted to protect himself if someone went to grab his bling. So, like any responsible gun owner, he had a gun that was completely loaded with a round in the chamber. And why have a holster of any sort when you can just shove it down the front of your sweatpants? So that's what he did. And apparently the gun slipped down his waistband and into his pant leg. So then what else do you do when you have a loaded gun that's ready to be fired and it goes down your pant leg? You panic and try to grab it before it falls out your cuff. And as you're doing that, you're squeezing a gun that you cannot see because it's in your pant leg, trying to grab it. And he apparently pulled the trigger, and it went off and shot him in the leg. He then was him and a few of his buddies frantically calling hospitals, asking, "Could I come down with a gunshot wound, and could you please not call the police? Because that's what you do."
What part of the leg?
I don't know.
Lower leg, below the knee.
It could have been that bad.
Reports that I was listening to and seeing said it was his thigh.
Yeah.
His thigh. It didn't hit an artery or bone or anything like that, so it probably skinned him.
So why don't you just duct tape that crap up and make believe nothing happened?
Man up.
Why would you go to a hospital?
It's merely a flesh wound.
Might have been he might have had to need stitches, though. It might have been a little
Yeah, it was probably, I'm sure it's a gunshot wound. He probably needed something, but every gunshot wound has to be investigated.
Right.
That's just, it's what they do.
Right.
So he didn't want it investigated. So there's this big cover-up now with the hospital he was taken to because they did not report it to the police. He was able to get it taken care of.
Wait, he had it taken care of without them reporting that it was a gunshot wound?
Yeah, because certain doctors showed up in the middle of the night.
And that's why this doctor broad is in deep trouble?
Is in trouble, yeah. You're supposed to report those gunshot wounds.
Wow.
And then there's allegations that another player took the gun back to his apartment. There's all kinds of secondary peripheral players coming into this whole story. So this ain't over yet. He's in big trouble. Bloomberg wants to throw the book at him, as he
blah,
said.
blah,
And
blah.
give him, I think it's 3.5-year mandatory sentence
blah,
for having
blah, blah.
an illegal weapon.
You think that's going to happen? Hell no.
No, they're pretty strict with their gun laws here in New York City.
Plaxico is going to get 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Hell no.
He'll do time, though, because Bloomberg, when he's not busy putting potted plants in the middle of the street, decided to comment. And once the mayor comes out and makes a remark, someone has to do something.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, they're going to.
What's wrong with these guys? All the talent in the world. He's got the world by the balls.
It's like have
What's
a security
wrong with
guy.
You?
Even Jimmy said it. Have a security guy that's armed
Right.
to protect your bling.
Right.
You know, you don't have to carry a weapon that you're not allowed to carry around with you. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Believe me, I'd love to be packing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, wherever I am. But
Thank God you're not.
You can't. Well, why? I'm very responsible. I wouldn't shove a gun down the front of my pants, knowing that it's loaded and ready to rock and roll. By the way, I picked up another gun during your absence.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I picked up a Desert Eagle.
Was I supposed to be surprised?
50 caliber, hence the bandaged finger.
Yeah.
And I really cannot make a fist or move my right thumb. It is almost paralyzed.
Wait, the same injury you get from playing PlayStation for too long?
I got
you got that?
PlayStation thumb. This thing is...
Wait, what did you buy? A Desert Eagle? You said?
Desert Eagle. It's a
I thought you had one of those by now.
No, 50 caliber.
What were you waiting for?
Pistol. It is insanity to fire. I got some videos that I've got to put up on YouTube. I went to do it the other day, and YouTube was had some maintenance going on. I hate that when you really want to do something on a website. You ever just cruising around a website with no reason whatsoever, and everything's available, and then the one time you really need the website, it's like, oh, down for maintenance.
Yeah.
That's what happened the other day. So,
well, they got over 1 billion videos up there. They got to do some type of.
Got to shuffle them around.
They got to do something every once in a while.
So I want to put this video on of the first shot I took with it down at the range. It's hysterical. I just loaded it up and with one round because I didn't want it coming back hitting me in the head and the second round firing off into my skull.
Oh, I thought you meant mess up your hair restoration.
Mussing up my new hair.
Maybe that's why you were losing your hair, firing off too many rounds.
Well, I bought it on Wednesday, and I couldn't fire it until Monday because
it's killing you, right?
It would have, it would have shaken loose some of the follicles.
I'm sure it would have.
But I'm definitely feeling it in my hand. It's unlike any other gun I've ever fired in my life.
What does that do to you? Does your arm go flying up like that broad on YouTube and hit you in the noggin if you're not careful?
You know what? You're not supposed. They call it limp wristing it. You can't limp it, and there's also another word for it. That's a derogatory word for homosexuals that they say don't F-wrist it.
Right.
So you're supposed to hold your arms straight out, lock your elbows, and fire and absorb it with your body and your shoulders. Because if you let the thing fly up, not only can it maybe knock you in the head, but it does something to the slide where all the energy isn't going into loading the next round in, and you get jam-ups. If it comes up on you.
You don't want to jam up,
no,
right?
It's not bad. Very bad. So you want to straight arm it. I also took a camera, a little flip camera I have, and I rubber banded it onto the target holder and wheeled it out. So you're getting the victim eye view of me shooting the gun.
You just got to make sure you don't shoot your own camera.
Well, that's Keith was laughing and going,
can you see
you blowing your camera apart?
Well, what do you see?
You see a muzzle flash, and it is kind of odd to look directly into somebody shooting a gun at you.
How close did you get to shooting the camera?
Oh, I kept it pretty close. I kept the target about maybe 5 or 7 feet away.
Right.
Real close. So you could see better. But I got pretty close to the camera. I was shooting at the head of the target and got pretty close to the bottom of the camera. It shakes a lot. This thing rips holes in targets. It's not the most accurate gun because you're so preoccupied with what it's going to feel like when it goes off that you're really not paying much attention to actually aiming. The first shot I took, I was just pointing it down range and pulling the trigger, and it really knocked me back.
And hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Now, how many guns you up to? Oh, we don't really.
Nice.
We
Yes,
don't talk about the actual number.
That is.
I forgot.
Yeah, that's confidential.
Probably 3 or
information.
4 at this point. I'm imagining.
Perhaps more than that. I've got various types of AR-15s. The assault rifles are the things I'm buying up. The call them assault rifles,
right?
Or what I'm buying up now because they won't be available once Obama gets in and really takes care of things.
He's already in. He's already the president of the United States.
He really
when
is
the
the president.
That?
No one. He's even got.
For the first time in the history of this country, we have a new president before we're supposed to have a new president.
Before he's inaugurated.
He's already running this country.
He's running the country. The world is, listening to what he says.
Yeah.
He's doing. And did you see when he gives a speech? He's got a podium that actually has the presidential seal. And it says President-elect on it.
Well, but the elect is in,
Yeah, very small print.
Tiny.
It's like, what is this guy trying to pull?
Kind of like the OJ book.
And no
where
one's...
it's the if I is really tiny and it says
if I did it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The if is real small. Sorry, yeah.
It's one of those situations where Bush isn't even like saying anything like, "Hey, I'm still president."
Yeah.
He's like, "Good, take it. It's all yours, pally."
Yeah. I mean, when that Indian thing happened in India there,
yeah,
it was like, Bush, I guess, commented.
No one cared or knows what he said.
But they broadcasted what Obama said.
Yeah, what did
Obama
have to say about it?
He was pretty tough, wasn't he?
Ooh, wow, tough words.
Oof.
Tough words.
Boy, he said exactly what we thought he would say.
Non-committal drivel. That's what you get out of him. But, as far as the gun thing goes, he's got a lot of problems to take care of before he gets to that, I think. I hope, anyway. But I'm not taking any chances. I'm down there a lot, just buying them up. Buy them up! That's what I do. I was on Pal Talk last night and cleaning some of my weaponry that I had fired recently at the range. And a couple of the homeboys have been visiting the room now, the room that we go to after the show. When I'm home, there's a certain room that we all, a lot of fans hang out in. We just hang, talk, drink, whatever. And a couple of the brothers have been showing up now in the rooms. And there's been...
Why are they showing up?
Well, I'm not sure.
Probably because you're becoming a star on that other website, and you're going to take us all down with you.
Nmania.com?
Yes.
No, it really has nothing to do with that. They're just starting to show up a lot in the room, and the racial harmony that is going on in this country, it is just reflected in the conversations that take place on Pal Talk between the white people and the black people that come in. It is... the most racist crap you'll ever hear on both parts.
Right.
The black guys come in and just badmouth the white people in the room, and then the 99% of the white people, which are make up 99% of the room, just badmouth the black guys. And all of a sudden, the black guys are just pulling out guns, and then all the white guys, they're pulling guns out. Like, everyone is armed to the teeth.
On Pal Talk,
yeah,
they're showing their...
But I think it's just the way it is. Everyone's just armed.
Yeah.
And the people on Pal Talk, it's hysterical. Like, the brothers started pulling out, like, he pulls out this one guy, and he's got 40 in his name. He pulls out his 40 cal, and he's pointing it at the camera and going, this is what I got and stuff. So I'm cleaning my 50. Now I got to go, hey, bro, look what I got. Nice. So I had to point my 50 at the thing. I'm waiting for him to roll up a howitzer and just crank the thing into the camera. I go, here you go. I can launch a shell 5 miles.
It's like a scene on a Naked Gun or something. Next thing you know, you're going to be showing an RPG on Pal Talk. Beat that.
I found myself running upstairs to my closet to outdo people and bring down weapons to just show, look, I'm ready.
You're insane. I love it.
Because like Fred from Brooklyn would get on, and he's just bad-mouthing this one guy about his chick, just getting personal. And he said something like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it when it happens. And the brother's just like, oh, you ready? You think you're ready? And starts pulling guns out and stuff. And then everyone starts pulling their guns out and threatening people with a race war. The racial harmony is such a fallacy because that's the real world, if you ask me. These are real people just showing that they really are not getting along.
You bring up a good point about the racial harmony, because when Patrice comes in here,
yeah,
and yelling, screaming black, white, and you scream black, white, and And then Patrice looks at us, and I try to tell Patrice, I got a lot of black friends. Chill out, man. Chill out, right? I try to play that card because in my head, I really believe that I have black friends. And then at the wedding, I looked around, and it was Patrice and his chick.
Yep.
And a black mother and her daughter that I didn't know, so it was part of my my wife's. Wow.
Yes, the in-laws.
It's from her side.
Yep.
So as I'm yelling and screaming to Patrice when he's on our show, like, shut up, I have black friends, chill out. I realized I don't have any black friends. It took a wedding to realize that.
No, you look around, it was lily white.
It was very white.
Yeah.
It was Philly white, and Patrice and his beautiful wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's Patrice's wife, right?
Well,
you guys have talked about that, right?
Oh, why?
Patrice tries to act like he's a player and this and that. Shut up. He's just as married as anyone else out there. Who's he kidding?
We were talking about the fact that if she finally realizes what situation she's in and leaves him,
right,
he's never getting something of that caliber.
Right.
He's got to know that.
He's married, though.
Yeah.
Who's he kidding?
Stop.
It's just not official.
Yeah.
Mr. Player. He's more married than most of those people in that room.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But that I have to admit it. I guess I don't have black friends because I didn't invite any of them to the wedding. I thought I did. I thought I had black friends and they'd all be there.
I was digging the brothers that came into the room though because they were funny. They could take a lot of the abuse. They were laughing.
Oh, and
stuff in the Pal Talk room. Because it would get really rank. You'd start really getting on each other. But then it turned out to just be funny. Like the insults got so ridiculous that we were all laughing at what each other was saying.
What room is this? That's not the O&A room, right?
No, it's
okay.
a room that opens up after the show, after the live room closes.
Speaking of the Pal Talk room, why am I looking at a guy with nipple clamps on and a bra?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this pathetic slave guy?
Yeah, because this
my
guy was
God.
in the room last night.
Dude, what he did last night, he took a piece of a Tupperware or a bowl. He squatted over a bowl and did something.
What?
And then took the bowl and proceeded to do like when Indians used to paint their bodies up before war. That's what he did.
Cool.
And it was like everyone's just cracking up. What has he got now? He's got a can.
Well, more importantly, does he like the show?
I have no idea. Lately, too, there's been these sick guys that have come on into the room and just done horrid things. Now he's dumping a can of dog food, it looks like. Is that dog food? He's dumped dog food out on the carpet in his kitchen. He is nude. Oh, no. He is now going to, it looks like, sit naked on the dog food. Here he goes. He's wearing a little G-string. There he goes. He's sitting on the big pile of dog food. It's moist, canned dog food. And now he's rubbing it around. He has the word slave written on his chest in some kind of disgusting brown stuff. And now he's rubbing back and forth like a dog would if he was itching in his back area under his tail.
How come these guys always look like Steve?
They are all
they got the
big guys.
Bear guy.
He's a big bear. And he's got clamps on his nips, and he's
I don't get that, man.
This guy was in the room last night. What a scream! Oh, what a scream! The room's definitely picked up.
Wouldn't you love to say to him, "What are you doing?"
We asked him like, what is going on in your head, and he's got no answer. And then there's another guy that's been coming on that says him and his father. He's with the CIA, I believe. And he helped invent AIDS,
right? By
having hookers from Southeast Asia, from Vietnam, do certain things in his mouth, and that invented AIDS. And then he invented a cure for it in his garage.
Oh, good.
And this is another guy who then proceeded to take his clothes off and do horrific things with his private area. Is this the guy, pathetic male slave, that did the funny little walk with the feather duster? He took a feather duster and made himself look like a fox. It looked like he had a foxtail.
Been wondering where all the people that got fired from K-Rock went. Here they are. on Pal Talk.
They have been going crazy. I don't know where out of the woodwork these people are coming from, but it's been very entertaining the past few nights on Pal Talk.
I got to start going back on Pal Talk.
Yeah,
hot stuff going on.
It's insane. It's crazy. The room's full until well after midnight, and people just doing real sick things. There's race wars going on, and sick. Now he's eating the dog food that he smeared on the floor with his butt.
What are you doing, sir?
What are you doing? He's eating the dog food,
How about
Jimmy.
this? Why don't you act like an adult, or at least a person?
And he's got a bra and a thong on as he's doing this.
Why wouldn't he?
You do realize, like, just go back in time a little bit, and some father was driving him to Little League.
Yeah, had the best.
Have a good
for
game,
him.
son. Yeah. A snow cone after the game from you and I.
Had all the best hopes in the
now
world
look.
for him. Now look, he's got dog food all over his face and his butt.
He has coworkers somewhere.
Yeah.
Some guy's like, I have to give the report to whatever his name is.
TPS reports.
Right. Probably.
Look at the dog food all around his mouth that he just squished with his butt.
Right.
This guy is sick.
Probably the new GM just setting up his office down the hall.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the signal's coming from the building. Get out.
We got to take a break. Lydia, no surprise, is she a psychiatrist or psychologist?
She's a psychologist, I think.
Which one does the drugs and which one does the
psychiatry
talking?
is like a doctor. They have the drug. They can do the drug.
Psychologist just does the psychobabble that doesn't help.
Hannibal Lecter was a psychiatrist.
So wait, psychologist?
They're like therapists. A psychiatrist is like a doctor.
I should know this. My mom's been seeing these people for years, but who can keep track? Whatever. One you talk to, the other goes, I would just take more of these. But maybe it'll go away. I don't know. What do you want from me?
She wants to.
What drug haven't you tried yet? All right, try this. Leave me alone.
She wants to comment on me, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do it after the break. We're really late, Lydia. If you're able to hang through the break, do so, please.
And I got a story Anton is gonna love.
Oh, which one?
In the Daily News.
Oh yes.
Well,
okay.
give us the.
Let's just say there was an incident with a pedestrian in a car.
Okay.
You love it, right?
I love it.
All right, we'll talk about that next. And the old age home thing.
Oh yeah, great story.
I haven't heard this story yet either. So fill me in on this one after the break.
Hot.
Very hot.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Goodbye Show.
Ow, don't say that.
Just in case.
No.
Well, they don't let you say goodbye in this business, so just in case we're not here tomorrow. It's been fun.
Well, they do.
And we'll pop up somewhere else, and that's just how it's going to work.
They do seem to be cleaning house, but, I'm confident. I'm an optimist.
Let's say hi to Lydia in Oceanside. She sat through the break, thank God, because she's just terrific radio. Hi, Lydia.
Boy, she sure knows how to psychoanalyze people.
Yeah.
Now she's concerned about me, I gather. Lydia.
Wait, the one thing I want to ask, Lydia, are you the one that does a lot of talking, or are you the one that just, gives drugs out and hopes for the best?
My doctor is a PhD, so I listen to people talk. I don't have prescription privileges in New York.
Oh, so you can't hand out the drugs? Because
can't give out the drugs.
And why is it there's a psychologist and a psychiatrist? Why can't they be the same person? Why does one just listen to you and the other one just throws drugs at you in hopes that it'll take care of what's ailing you? That's stupid.
Psychiatrists make more money doing that than doing psychotherapy. That's why.
I
They
like the
see
drug
people
ones
every
better.
10 minutes.
The stupid drug ones. I don't know. Here, try this.
Take that. We'll have to increase your dosage. We'll have to cut back your dosage.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, they're both good, depending on your problem.
They both suck.
Congratulations, Opie.
I've been watching people like you for over 20 years, not for me personally, and trust me, neither one works. The drugs don't work and the talking doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now, what do you got about Anthony?
Yeah, what's your concerns, Lydia?
Well, the last time I told Opie to go see a therapist, he used up some dump space, so I wouldn't suggest that to Opie again. Anthony, more guns, living in chat rooms. This is what happens when you don't have a girlfriend. I wanted to let you know I have a 19-year-old German au pair. Maybe that would make a difference in your life. I don't know. I'm running out of options for you.
Is she a Nazi or just German?
She's not a Nazi.
Ah, okay, then screw it. I only like Nazi chicks.
Interested?
Aunt doesn't want a girlfriend, or do you? Where are you at with this? It's been a couple weeks.
No, I like Nazi girls.
All right, Nazi girls, good.
Yeah. Is she pale?
She is very pale.
Does she wear Swiss Miss hairdos?
No, she doesn't.
All right. Well, then screw it.
No, she doesn't. But maybe she'd help keep you away from the guns and out of the chat room.
Why would I want to be? Why would I want to be away from guns and chat rooms?
There's a whole life out there with living, breathing people.
You don't think I have a life outside of guns and chat rooms?
No, I don't.
It's a small life, but albeit it is a life.
Yeah, I mean, what's the big deal? If that's he wants to live his life that way, who cares? Well, why are we supposed to live a quote normal life like everyone else? Because that life is boring. If he enjoys buying guns and not having a girlfriend and hanging out in chat rooms, who cares?
Yeah, if Anthony wants to have guns and get involved in race riot rooms, what's unhealthy about that besides everything?
What is he supposed to do? Lydia, what would you want Anthony to do?
First of all, let me tell her, you know something? There is a girl at my house, and we're right next to each other most of the time in the same chat room on separate laptops.
You do on Pal Talk.
Yeah, isn't that hysterical? Just sitting there with both our computers open on Pal Talk.
Is she?
Pretty sad.
Is she the new lady in your life, Anthony?
Where
are we at?
She's a Nazi.
She's a Nazi, right?
And are you in any kind of relationship with her that you get pleasure out of?
Hey, you talking pleasure, my friend? I'll tell you about pleasure.
I would love to hear.
Lydia,
plenty of pleasure in that relationship, I'll tell you.
Seriously, you're one of those psycho broads. So what do you want Anthony to do? Like get married again, have kids? Like what? What would be the ideal situation?
I don't think that really works for Anthony till he gets the Thunderbolt, And then
the Thunderbolt.
What is that?
Like Michael got hit with.
Is that a new gun? The Thunderbolt? I got to pick. You're recommending a new gun.
You beat me to it.
Write it down. The Thunderbolt. Who makes that?
You beat me to it because I was going to say, what is that? The new BlackBerry? I got to get the Thunderbolt.
Oh, Godfather reference.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's.
What would I like to see for Anthony? I'd like to see his guns and his electronic relationships be more of a hobby, and being out in the world with real people, spending the majority of his time.
But if I have the guns, why do you think I have the guns? So I could go out with real people and not have to worry.
But see, you psycho broads are out of touch because this is what makes him happy. So what's the big deal?
Yeah.
More and more people are living their lives online and are very happy doing so.
I don't believe that it makes Anthony happy. I believe that it covers up his deep unhappiness.
No. I'm very happy. See, I meet people on Pal Talk, and then the guns protect me from the lunatics.
The people you meet on Pal Talk.
That are out there. They're all out there, crazy people. So I gotta.
All I'm saying is there's another way to live.
Lydia,
are you a way I don't want to?
Are you a square?
Yeah.
Like what?
Absolutely not.
What makes you tick? What's like the craziest thing you're willing to admit you do on our show right now, Lydia?
Yeah. Gaping?
I would have to pull up with an alias to tell you the craziest thing that I do.
You're a square.
Lydia's a nerd.
You're a nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd.
You're in Nowheresville, man.
Seeing me won't get me to tell you what makes me trick.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like we care.
Hey, what is
maybe you do, maybe you don't.
What's it rhyme with?
I'm sorry?
What's it rhyme with?
Yeah.
What's it rhyme with? Let me put it this way.
Listing?
I was going to say misting.
Anything you could think of.
What's that?
I did everything and anything you could think of.
No way.
Yeah.
We could think of some pretty twisted stuff there, Lydia.
Yes, we can.
Automatically.
I know you could.
What's the first thing that popped into your head when she said that?
2 girls, 1 cup.
Really?
Yeah.
The first thing that popped into my head was on the rotisserie with two gentlemen of color.
That would be nice, especially if you have a boyfriend watching, and she comes over and she tells you how good it was. Yeah, sit there,
That
sissy
would be
cuck boy.
something that you would think of.
Sissy cuck boy.
I think she's a 2-in-1.
Yeah?
A
See, we've
2-in-1.
all done things that we thought made us happy, but really covered up unhappiness.
Really hurt for a while? Made you sit on a blown-up tire inner tube?
Let it be known, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the
Young
psychobabble.
and strong, that kind of stuff doesn't bother you so much.
All right, Lydia, we got to get to a story that Jimmy was teasing, something that he said would make Anthony very, very happy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear. Bye, guys.
Bye, Lydia.
You should take it and analyze it.
Well, if I didn't close the page.
Oh, Jimmy.
I got nervous. I thought someone was going to steal my newspaper.
Silly Jimmy closed the newspaper.
Well, as Jimmy finds that, just really fast, is anyone else in this John and Kate plus 8 hell?
What?
They're interviewing the mom on TV, John and Kate plus 8, and trust me, the guys will call up. They're in the John and Kate plus 8 hell.
What is that?
It is the show to watch if you're a girl, a woman, and the Collateral Damage. You're stuck there not watching, but it's on in the room.
Dude, I swear
John and
I've
Kate
never
plus
heard
8.
of it.
Oh my God! After this story, trust me, we'll go to the phones. I guarantee there's more people in John and Kate plus 8 hell. Sam, are you one of them? Yeah, see. Sam, sorry, Jimmy. We'll get to that in a second. Explain to Anthony, and I know people are going to be, but we're stuck, right?
You get stuck because for some reason women get obsessed with the show. Like, it's not just like it comes on and you watch it once a week. Like, the DVR is set to record every episode, and for some reason there's 200 episodes of this show. And it's on all the time.
Explain to Anthony and Jimmy so they could be completely disgusted.
It's a show about a couple named John and Kate. And they had twins and then sextuplets. So they've got 8 little kids.
From 2 pregnancies.
Wow.
The grossest thing on that show, did you see the episode where Kate showed her stomach?
Yes.
After she had the kids? She got a tummy tuck.
Lasagna belly?
But yeah, before, like, she took it out over her waist of her pants.
Yeah.
And it hung.
Dude,
of course, like that many kids.
Find a picture of her belly. We'll put it up on onaradio.com. But the women out there are eating up this show, and we're Collateral Damage. I'm telling you, it's on in the room while you're on your computer.
Shut up! I'm not watching that crap.
Or you're. Right. In my case, I'm playing the Tiger Woods online, and this is on, and it's just a nightmare.
I want to see John gives Kate 8.
Look at the phones. Look at the phones. See, I'm telling you.
Well,
this is a phenomenon that's going on with the women out there, and we're stuck with this one.
The way you ruin the show is just pointing out how loveless their marriage has become since they had all these kids.
Yes.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, because they do the reality show interview things, like between the clips, the two of them are together by themselves talking.
They hate each other. Kate is a capital, not even just a C. She's a capital C.
Really?
Oh,
a capital awful. C with some kind of weird OCD thing, which works perfectly when you have 8 kids.
Were they on fertility drugs or something?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that sounds.
Look at the picture.
Great.
This is her
Good
pregnant
move.
with the 6. Show them this. We'll put all these pictures on onaradio.com. But your girl watches, right?
All the time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Look. That's
that's her pregnant.
Yeah. Put that picture up on ONA. Yeah.
That looks like a joke.
Yes.
Photo. It looks photoshopped, but.
By the way, Aunt, I'm on to something. Greg Brady's leftover from Whackbag John and Kate plus 8 marathon this weekend made my effing eyes bleed over the weekend. Kate is a C. My wife watches John and Kate plus 8. I have to put on my headphones when I play games so I can't hear it.
What channel
Opie,
is it on?
thank you for addressing this nationwide epidemic that is on John and Kate plus 8. I'm telling you, it's on all the effing time.
Kate is the woman we always talk about. If you look at pictures of her before, she was this skinny blonde with long hair.
Yeah.
She had all these kids, cut her hair short, and just nags John and condescends and tells him to be quiet.
He got the hair thing done, though, like yourself, though.
Oh, really?
Well, because now they got money because they got all the sponsors coming in, but they make believe they're still, like, down on their luck, and it's tough to make ends meet. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yes, I know a little bit about the show.
How about John and Kate drown 8? Go back to the way it used to be.
And all the girls have their favorite of the 8. or of the 6 or however babies, they all like one specific baby. They're all the same.
They all look the same.
What is wrong with you that you know this?
Dude,
I never heard of it.
Anyone...
You're queer.
Anyone that... I'm telling you, anyone in a relationship, I'm telling you, this is a thing that's going on out there.
No, it shouldn't be.
It's on...
I'm not watching it.
TLC.
The only reason...
The Learning Channel?
I share a 1-bedroom apartment. I have nowhere to go.
Act like a man. Say no.
You have somewhere to go where the remote is, and you change the goddamn channel.
The show is such a hit that it's taking away time from my favorite show on TLC, which is Little People Big World. I'm a big fan of the Little People Big World, but because John and Kate Plus 8 has the massive ratings, they're doing less and less reruns of My Little People
Don't
show.
you understand there's something called the Discovery Channel out there and the Military Channel and History Channel, things that are fun and exciting to learn about. Not a stupid family.
But this, not only did I have to deal with it at home, but last month there was a giant John and Kate Plus 8 billboard on the West Side Highway.
It's
every morning.
everywhere. You can't avoid this. That's why I brought it up, because she's on local TV this morning.
What is it?
Promoting the fact that she's
I thought that was
she's
Bernadette
Kate from
Peters.
John and Kate Plus 8.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they went on to another interview, but that's that's why I brought it up.
Looks like someone put a Bernadette Meters. Bernadette Meters.
Bernadette Meters. Yes, you got to pay for your Bernadette. So we're putting Bernadette Meters all over.
By the way,
Bernadette Meters.
That's Bernadette Peters, but Canadian.
by the way, Sam, I can't. Well, I can't even pronounce the guy's fake name. Everyone has fake names, whatever. But he writes his favorite is Aiden.
That's Jess's favorite too.
Yeah.
She loves Aiden.
I don't go that deep. I don't know the name.
Aiden?
I don't know
Aiden's
the
her
names of the
favorite.
kids.
That's fantastic.
She quotes them and everything.
What is there to quote? How old are they?
They're
like, well, we've watched them grow up.
Yeah, we sure have.
They're like your own. You guys disgust me.
We sure have.
This show.
Have you seen it?
No! I would never.
But with all the, you love, just flipping around, you've never at least come upon this and go, what the F is this show?
Dude,
it's on all the time.
If I was flicking the channels around and came across it, it would be nothing more than a subliminal one-frame message as I zipped past it.
Yeah.
I would not stop. Who cares about this family? Who cares?
Dude, the ratings have got to be
Uncle
huge.
Paul.
Marcel C, it looks like from Rhode Island. Can't wait to watch John -9.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, one of the really interesting things is getting to see how the two older twins, they don't get as much attention as they used to.
Right,
So
that's
the
right,
parents
Sam.
have to make sure that they feel special, even
Good.
though there's 6 babies running
And don't
around.
they have a day where one kid gets individual attention?
Well, they had
It's not even
special-
enough days
Look,
a week
first of
to
all-
do that.
First of all, Opie, I don't want to hear how you're playing Tiger Woods golf when this is on because you know everything about it.
I do know, but
I'm playing Tiger. Hey,
Wait.
did you hear this? Do you know this?
I'm being honest with you though. I love Little People Big World. You can beat me up all you want about that. This, it's just collateral. I pick up a little here, pick up a little there. I'm not actually ooh, can't wait to watch this. I swear to you.
She looks like a bull dyke.
She is a C.
Oof,
She got the short haircut. You're right. She cut her hair in a short, sensible. With so many kids, I don't have time to wash my lovely hair that I used to have that turned my husband on, so I cut it all off. Oh, they just sacrificed their sexuality for their stupid children.
I got a project for you.
Okay.
Only bring it to the show if it works, but they sit him on a couch and they just bicker. She is the, what is the word called? When you chop the guy. Thank you.
Eunuch.
Yeah,
She just
emasculated.
beats this poor guy down the entire time.
What did she line her womb with? Fertilizer? Twins and then sextuplets.
Because they had the twins, and then they were having a tough time, getting pregnant again. They want to have one more kid, and guess what? 6 pop out.
How come all
Good
the
for
kids
you.
look like they have Down syndrome? Like they all
Well,
look like Down
because
syndrome?
They all look
because
a little weird.
Well, because it's I
guess
I don't want to get fired, but because
when you have to divvy up all the resources that the woman has, I guess, during pregnancy.
right. Well, that one has to be, but come on. Yeah, come
there's
on.
something going on with that drooling mess in the front.
Because
Is
American,
the guy Asian and the woman's white?
the show wouldn't be as popular if they had to admit that two might be a little. So they'll just let them grow up and hope no one notices.
Hope for the best.
Right,
They get lost in the mix.
Right, just keep them in the corner.
Oh,
John and Kate plus 6 good ones.
Yeah. Out of the 8, they're probably only showing 6. They're showing 2 of those twice. All right, here you go.
Wonderful.
Jimmy, we will get to your story. This was supposed to be a quick little thing, but I'm telling you, look at this.
You know
look
that
at
house
these stupid
just
phones.
stinks like baby crap.
Of course.
They had a whole potty training episode.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they did, Anthony. I mean,
I don't know. They did a whole potty training episode.
I don't know that one.
How'd that go? I hope they were throwing it on the walls.
They were giving rewards for using the restroom.
What was the reward? Not a punch? Look, you get to walk around with both eyes not black.
Kate took pictures of the first visit to the restroom, what was left over.
Oh, Aunt Kate.
Aunt Kate. So you got to get that dumb little banter where she just beats the crap out of him.
Yeah.
All right? And if it works, we'll put it on the radio. If not, whatever. Hey, let's say hi to James in Kansas City. James.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, my wife has got the DVDs at John and K Plus 8 and all that. The first all the time. We're actually getting divorced because of it, because I found out 2 weeks ago that she spent a lot of money going to the doctor to get fertility drugs because she wants a multiple birth.
Oh, my God.
We have one kid, and we've been trying for a year to have another one.
Right.
And all she's about is having 5, 6, 7 kids now.
Oh, she wants her show, too. But the show's been done. They're not going to, if you're the next one with the 6 kids, they're not going to pick you up.
There's a new show.
Yeah, I know. This guy's good. Let me just go to the phone.
Okay.
I know what you're going to say. Matt on Long Island. Matt, listen to the show that's on after this one. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, what about this? There's a show after it called 16 and Counting, where this one woman, they're a really religious family, and she just keeps on pumping out a kid like every year. As soon as she can, she pumps out another kid.
Oh, my God. Why is this entertainment?
This TLC, it's the freak show for the new millennium, whatever. They got my show, Little People, Big World. It's terrific. I mean, you got 2 little things that had 3 normal-sized kids and 1 little thing. That show's terrific. And then you got John and Kate Plus 8, and then you got 16 and Counting.
Well, they're up to 17.
Oh. They're up to 17.
Yeah, 17 kids and counting.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be funny if they adopted a small child from Rwanda. Rwanda. They could call it John and Kate Plus.
So, what the hell's wrong with you? Joe.
My beep.
Joe in Philly. Joe?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey. Listen to
Oh, man. I got some on-guide information here on some of the upcoming shows for today on John and Kate Plus 8.
All right. Well, here's the recaps. Go ahead. These guys are going to lose their minds. Go ahead. For Jimmy and Ant.
This is great stuff. John spends an entire Saturday installing shelving in the family garage while with help with his brother-in-law. Kate uses an organization skills to instruct John on where everything should go. Talk about a emasculating bee.
That is not what the show is about.
This is the recap, yes.
I saw that episode.
Did you? Was it good?
It was. She kept yelling at him, telling him, "That box won't fit up there, John."
She talks about boxes and not fitting.
I'm so glad we're finally talking about this disaster.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa, would watch it.
Do we have another recap?
Yeah, give me another little.
Because maybe you made that up. Because anyone could write, a cute little, recap like that. Give me another.
We
one.
have the 10 Goslings head south to wait to Disneyland. A trip that takes more than 15 hours through traveling through 7 states.
They drove with 8 kids to Florida?
Yeah, they got like a big van bus thing, and they drove. And they talked about it as if the network's not completely helping them with absolutely everything. They're just a normal family with 8 kids going to Disney World.
He didn't put it in reverse near Lake Buena Vista. Jump out. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
We're stopping in Houston and talk to the Yateses.
Hey,
I got one more.
John and Kate plus Glub Glub.
We're doing John and Kate recaps now. Hold that thought for 1 second. Kevin from Connecticut, I missed his instant feedbacks during the break. He writes, TLC must stand for terribly loose.
Oh, yeah.
The terribly loose channel.
No.
All right, Joe, you got another recap of John and Kate Plus 8?
I got another one here.
All right.
Hey, it's a book. The whole family heads to New York City for press tour to promote John and Kate's book, Multiple Blessings.
Oh, my God.
This could be my new favorite bit.
I am
John and Kate Plus 8 recaps.
I'm annoyed
Find me
that
another
this
one.
exists.
Find me another one.
I'm annoyed that this exists.
I'm amazed you don't know about this. You don't have to be a fan.
Why would I know?
You don't
How
have
many
to be a
years has it
fan
been
to
on?
know about it, but just because it's on all the effing time.
Not on my TV.
How many years, Hope? I never heard of it.
I honestly don't know.
I might
It
have
came
seen
out
a
of
book.
nowhere. Maybe 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, it's probably
Can't be
been
that long because
couple
the
years.
kids aren't that old, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, but based on like the kid's age, I'd say
John
2
and
to 3
Kate.
years.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about that 16 and counting? That's a family that's out of, I believe, Arkansas.
Yeah.
You want to talk about an ultra conservative family? There's an episode where their oldest, or one of their oldest sons, is courting his new wife. He's only allowed to hold her hand.
Courting.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you don't court.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Wow.
Joe, you're making me laugh today, man.
Where do they live, John and Kate?
Somewhere in Philly, right? Outside Philly, Joe?
They're
That's
towards
16
like
They're local heroes down there. Huh?
Harrisburg.
Near Harrisburg? Sorry, I talked over you.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Oh.
We want more John and Kate Plus 8 recaps after the break, Sam.
Am I bothered?
Matt in Virginia. Matt.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys. I got DirecTV the other day, and I just started deleting all those channels on my favorites list, so my wife will never know the show existed.
You know how you have parental controls for your kids?
Yeah.
This is do yourself a favor and put this on the list.
The girlfriend or wife.
So they don't find it. Because your life will be ruined. It's on all the time, and they chat about it. They get on their Blackberries, and it's just awful.
It's on all the time, and it fills up your DVR.
Yeah.
Not only do they have to watch it live, but they have to record every episode, so the one time it's not on, they have to watch it on the DVR.
Well, you know when you pick that one show for the DVR to tape, like, oh, I like this show. I'm going to tape all episodes. This thing is on so much, like he just said,
Why?
just fills it up.
Does your girl like it?
She loves it.
Hope your girl likes it.
I think she's a fan. Yeah, I
Yes.
got to be honest. Yeah. I found out my girl's not perfect. What can I tell you?
Wow.
Yeah. See, look at this. Look at this. Ted in Detroit. Is it cold in the D, Ted?
It's so cold in the D.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh, my wife watches that show all the time. I've got 4 kids, and she gets these funny ideas in her head, like we could do 8. That show's a menace.
Why are
It's awful.
women watching this thinking this is a good idea? Do they watch this and go, wow, that's the kind of life I want?
Yes.
I want to sacrifice my whole life, sexuality, attractiveness, to have 8 children to just toil.
Yeah.
To have
All
a
right.
chore every day of your life.
This is the only reason I'm bringing it up, because I knew it would just annoy them.
Oh, I'm
You know what?
annoyed this is out there.
That bothers you?
I'm so bothered by this dumb show.
They spent an episode on what happens when the kids get sick, because they all pass the sickness to each other.
Of course.
And they just spend the whole time cleaning up puke blankets one after the other.
That's what you want to do with your life.
You gotta feel for this John guy. He's got to have the flu 365 days a year.
They put them in separate rooms to sleep on the floor because they can't have all the kids together.
Dude, it is a living hell, this Johnny K Plus 8. Well, why don't we? I know we have to take a break, Stump Brain, but it's a hot topic. Hot topic. We got Heather in Orlando. Well, let's get the broad's point of view. Heather.
Hi, guys. Love you. Love the show.
All right. Heather writes, her and her friends are obsessed with the show. Go ahead. Why are you obsessed with Johnny K Plus 8?
You know, it's not about the kids, and it's not about the whole family relationship, but it's about how much Kate bashes on John and all the stuff she does to just keep putting him down.
Dude, it's not.
And it's so funny to see him not even stick up for himself or talk back to her. And she basically has him by the balls every single show. and there's something else that she does to bitch at him for something he did wrong.
Only hope he loses his mind someday and just
dude, it's
does
not
something horrible.
It's not good. It's not good enough that this guy stuck around after his wife pumped out 8 kids and 2 pregnancies. He has to get beat up by her the entire time,
all the time.
Get clips of her just
I will.
destroying this guy.
Luckily, I have 4,000 episodes on my DVR, so I should be able to find.
Wow,
some.
yeah.
I want more John and Kate
You poor bastard.
recaps. But
And the
Heather,
best thing is,
am I right though, Heather? You broads, you're like you can't get enough of this show. Why?
we love it. We love it, and we keep it away from our men and don't tell anybody about it. But
It's
I mean,
you girls are
it's
sassy.
a guilty pleasure, Ann. It's a
it
guilty
is.
pleasure.
And it's not about the kids though. It's like I'm 25, my friends are around the same age, and we all love it, but not because we want to have these monster families, but because of just seeing how much control she has in the relationship and how much she does to him, and he doesn't do shit.
Or, doesn't do anything.
Whatever. We're pretty much only on satellite at this point. Who cares? Curse all you want.
I'm sorry, guys. I just woke up. I don't know. You guys could have
don't worry
dropped
about
by with me, so I had to call in.
All right, thank you. Chad in Ohio. Chad.
Hey, boys. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Kate is such a control freak. It's ridiculous. She even has the camera crew. She even bosses around the guys on the camera crew to watch her kids. And even one time she had the camera crew hanging blinds in her house. They would give the cameras to the kids, and they would tape record the camera crew, the guys, hanging blinds, and then they did it wrong. She said, no, you're going to have to take them down and redo it.
I'd beat Kate with the kids. I'd grab the kids by their little ankles and beat Kate over the head with her own children.
When can you have clips of this show? Tomorrow? Please say tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I can't wait to see these guys when they hear these clips for the first time because they've never seen the show.
We'll start tomorrow.
You are going to hate this broad.
Of course, I already do.
You're going to hate her.
I like her. I think she's gregarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like
Warehouse womb.
It's not like it's just every now and then that she bosses around. It's every second. Where if they're on vacation, if they're in the house.
Why would this guy stay in this?
Dude.
She's got a list of rules of how to feed the kids when she's gone, how to put them to bed, everything.
Wait till you get audio of this Kate.
And he just does he just does the quiet voice. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, he's emasculated. Yeah, he's a cuck.
And like TLC's not giving them any money. They just flew everybody and their family clear to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So they could renew their wedding vows.
So they could go and have another 8 kids, probably.
He should have backed out during the second wedding vows.
You know damn well that because they like being TV stars, they're trying to get pregnant right now. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
That book, multiple blessings.
well, one of the S's has to be an 8.
It's an 8,
Jimmy, because,
BLES 8 INGS. Multiple blessings.
Blessings.
It doesn't look like multiple blessings with an 8.
Multiple blessings.
Multiple blessings.
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 John and Kate Goslin.
Yeah.
You're on it now, Aunt. You got to watch. You can't avoid it.
All right, Aunt, do us all a favor.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's on when you get home. TLC.
Really is.
Try to sit and watch one episode and give us a report tomorrow, please.
I should probably set up a video camera of me watching this show.
This is to
show how annoyed I will get.
Dude, this is your ultimate nightmare. It's pretty much every guy's ultimate nightmare. Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
But
you ever see trailers for a movie and you go, I will never see this movie.
Right.
This is a movie that no matter where it's on, what I'm doing, I will never see it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this show. I'm angry with it.
Oh, it's...
Hey, Aunt, I got an idea for you.
Yeah.
Videotape yourself watching this show, and then take your Desert Eagle and put a 50 cal through her forehead.
Yeah,
through the TV.
That would be lovely. Let me shoot my TV apart because I don't like...
Yeah, who was he, Elvis, watching Bobby Darin? Quiet.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go to Jason in Oklahoma. Jason.
Yes, are you going to read multiple blessings?
Blessings.
It's the worst book cover I've ever seen.
It's going to make me laugh all day.
Blessings.
You should have done I Hate Your Guts in some kind of cute little thing.
You can't read it.
How could you have messed with your title?
I could have put
I hate your guts.
Hate your guts.
Yeah, I hate your guts. That's a G with an 8 and a TS. Hate your butts. Or no, I H and the number 8.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
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 Eight.
So you could have done a I-8.
That's like some leet speak.
Yeah, then you could have done a little UR.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, and then have a... no, I'm not going to go with a belly joke. I bailed. Jason in Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's stuck. Imagine the child support that he'd have to pay to get out of this relationship.
God, he's stuck.
Can you imagine he decides, I got to get out of this, and the judge, hands down their ruling?
Oh, no.
You owe $1 million a month in child support.
I would just, if I was him, I would just start suggesting to the producer, why don't we have kids skydiving?
Right.
Why don't I just have like the most dangerous things, swimming with sharks?
Right.
Little children, we really gotta perk this show up.
Tight roping. Over the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do whatever.
Right.
Later, boys.
We want to have a scissors episode.
Yes.
Just
steelworkers. Have the kids as steelworkers on skyscrapers.
Oh, I can't wait now for the audio.
Yeah.
Please get it for tomorrow's show. You're gonna lose your mind.
I'm gonna
wait till you hear. Like, it's not good enough for this guy. Wait till you hear how she treats this guy.
Poor, stupid son of a bitch. Good for him. I'm glad. But I'll be so upset watching.
Huh?
There's full episodes on YouTube.
Now. Dude, it's everywhere.
I would love to hear one clip of her giving him the business.
Can we get maybe one after the break?
Giving him the business.
You got 8 minutes to figure that out. Opie and Anthony, stay there. And Jimmy really did. We went off on a tangent,
please,
but
this is
Jimmy's
much
got a really
better.
good story
I'm
out
not
of the
talking
paper.
about this. I'll do our story, the other nonsense story tomorrow. This is more interesting.
And also, Sean Avery, wow. Sean Avery, wow. I'm a huge hockey fan, and man, I'm embarrassed to be a hockey fan.
Yeah, what happened?
And Sean Avery, he's the enemy, but you know what? What the F? Well, yes, Danny.
Just real quick, for anybody who's interested in this John and Kate show, if you want to check it out, it'll be on 7 times today. So.
Told you.
Are you kidding?
No, I told you. Dude, say what you want. It's on all the time. You cannot avoid this show. If you live with a woman, you cannot avoid this show.
And you know what, too?
I've managed to.
I'm taking a look real quick at the descriptions. It kind of looks like they're all different episodes, too. So if you want to get caught up quick, you can catch John and Kate Plus 8 at 11, 5, 5:30, 8, 8:30, 9, and 11.
Yeah, and this
is like a commuter plane to D.C.
Yeah,
It's like a subway
every
schedule.
hour. Yeah,
and this is coming off the big Thanksgiving marathon they did with this show. So,
wow!
And all the recaps are right there. So after the break,
they
after the break, Danny,
stuff one of the children instead of the turkey and put him in the oven,
and no one noticed.
Do you think that they must feel blessed? I mean, because they they must feel blessed because they had the Thanksgiving.
Blessings.
That's one of the kids.
Dude, is that book out? Is if that book's ahead of yours on the New York
Oh, it
Times?
has to. Believe me, it'll just. Mine was on for 3 weeks. I don't even know if it's going to be on for the 4th week.
Yeah.
That one will blow it out of the water. Are you kidding me?
All right, we'll take a break and we'll continue. Opie and Anthony.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony program. Opie and Anthony. Opie's back from his honeymoon. I'm Jim Norden. I was here the whole time.
Yes.
Anthony has on a bandana, and Danny's here.
That pretty much paints a picture, Jim.
Sure does.
Couldn't try to move on, but talking about John and Kate Plus 8. Should rename the show John and Kate Plus AIDS.
If only.
Yuck. Hey, it's a phenomenon, though. Can't deny it, right, Sam?
Sure is.
It seems to be a phenomenon in certain circumstances. Hasn't been at my house.
No. Hey, their book. Hey, their book is doing very well with pre-orders. What's the name of their book, Jimmy?
Multiple blessings.
I don't even think it's pre-orders. I think it came out back in October, and Amazon is just out of stock and is restocking it.
Oh my
this week.
God! Are
That's
you
how good
kidding?
it's selling. Yeah, it's number 9 overall in books.
I'm sure people are going to be getting it for people for Christmas.
What a gift.
What a gift.
Wait, getting what?
Multiple blessings. You can get it now. It's a popular Christmas gift. I mean, I'm guessing that it's going to be available.
Guessing.
Well, it's pretty clever though to spell blessings BLES8INGS.
It's visually very unpleasant to look at. very
It
unpleasant.
just is, yes.
Doesn't look like an S. It's an 8.
Bless Bings, it's an 8.
Makes you feel like you just had an aneurysm or something. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. What does that word?
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
I'm looking at
the better joke.
Bless Bings.
Bless Bings.
I want to see the show where John decides to go fishing with the family on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Off Modesto.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Phil in Staten Island. Sam ran a clip in for us, by the way, that we'll be playing in seconds. But first, Phil in Staten Island. Phil
What's up,
Connors?
Nah. Listen, I got a comment on the John and
Good
Kate
comeback.
plus 8 thing.
Nice get the joke guy.
Yeah, way to go. Ned Ryerson. Okay.
This show, my wife has to follow everything this lady does to the letter. Like that poof thing that you guys were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
My wife did that. I took this camera and threw it across the damn room. What are you doing? These people are out of their minds. Completely out of their minds. They have like...
So, Sam brought in a clip.
Yeah.
Kate wants John to stop carving a pumpkin. Should I give this away or?
Yeah, well, John is sitting at a table in a garage with 8 kids.
Yeah.
And he's the head of a table, and they're all carving pumpkins.
Now, this sounds like a chore and a half right there alone.
But you got to give him props for being a good father. It's Halloween.
I guess he's trying. You know, it's Halloween.
And he's got the kids, and he's carving a pumpkin. I don't have a problem. I do have a problem with this guy that he's putting up with this broad. By the way, my lovely lady writes, just to give you guys a little insight. Talk about her lasagna belly. She's a major C and an awful human being. So
all right.
there you go.
At least she's not caught up in the spirit of the show. I kind of like that.
Right. I just want to make that clear. So they're carving a pumpkin.
But Kate says she's a germaphobe, so needs to clean all the time, and is insisting that John take a break from the fun of carving a pumpkin and help her clean.
Oh, God, it's nothing but cleaning and work for this guy. Not a moment to himself.
Nope.
Not a moment to enjoy yourself. Oh, never.
This is the brilliance of the show. She has OCD. She's a germaphobe. So what does she do? She goes and has How can you not love this?
Oh.
And he has to deal with this. Here's the clip. Listen to this.
John, you need to take a break and help me clean. I just want to roll this off of here.
Well, I'm doing this. Just can you wait 5 seconds? Then get him
down, and you can continue in a minute. I'll just roll it towards you, and you can have your spot. Just sit it down. Really, it really is necessary here. Okay, no.
Did you hear his?
Yes, it's just defeat. It's defeat. He's a defeated man. Why don't they get some realism? I got a show for him. Anthony and Jen, get my checkbook and a pen. That's a little more realism.
Wow.
That's very funny.
Yeah. Well, sure. Maybe we can make one up for Jimmy, too, while we're at it. Sam, what are you doing? Get me another clip. What's wrong with you today?
Yes. He was defeated. Like, I'm there with the pumpkin. I'm carving it for the kids. And then here she comes. Help me clean. I got to do it. You could do. And then she tells him what he can do.
Yeah.
And he just.
You know what, though? She's just a mom trying to get things done.
Got it?
Well, I actually don't dislike Kate yet. I might.
I hate her.
I hope I don't wreck Stephen S. from Bayshore's line. Welcome back, buddy. Stephen S. from Bayshore. He writes, John should kick Kate right in the... How did you say blessings again?
Blessings.
Blessings. So this would be Banach.
Oh, God.
John should kick Kate right in her Banach. For spelling the snatch with the 8. That's what you have to do if you're a fan of this show.
Good thing he didn't write Pussby.
Well, yeah.
You guys want to read some of the really good episode descriptions?
Well, yeah, why don't you read some of your favorite John and Kate plus 8 episodes there, Danny?
Well, here's one I read before break, and it sounds really interesting. John and Kate hope to one day move out of their current home into a house that is large enough for them to live in forever. So, in an effort to increase their current home's value, they decide to recarpet most of the house in just 1 week.
Oh, I'm sure that carpeting won't be puked on, whizzed on, crap, snot, and everything else that pours out of those disgusting little things.
Oh, here's a good one, too, and this is great considering the clip we just heard.
Wait, I mean, is this the one where, in an effort to enjoy life more, John brings in the hibachi and lights it before leaving the house with his family sleeping?
Here's one called Breakfast in Bed. It's Mother's Day. Mother's Day is here, which means that John and the kids work together to give Kate a much-deserved break. Kate's pampering continues with a pedicure at the spa.
How about Kate reenacts what Mrs. Goebbels did in the bunker?
None of us know what that was.
Poison the children.
I assumed it wasn't nice. I assumed it wasn't through a party.
Goebbels.
John could be the most pathetic guy ever. Ever.
John needs to turn into the mother from The Sixth Sense. Just continually poisoning her kids with Drano.
Well, a bunch of videos. There's 8 little videotapes of them all drinking soup with Drano in it.
That kid, what an awful play she was putting on, too.
Oh, God,
terrible
horrible.
puppet show.
She deserved to
Some
eat that.
poison.
Some poison, you little brat.
I ain't doing a puppet show.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, drink this.
Stinks.
So, if you instant feedback from a cell phone to get credit, you got to write your name. This guy writes, every time I go and see my mother-in-law, I have to listen to her blabber about this show for hours. I finally screamed, I don't care.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Joe on Long Island. Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, man?
Joe?
Yo, this show is ridiculous. This lady, not only does he get tortured all day by her, but he also has to work. So he goes to work in the morning. He's responsible for waking up and feeding the little rugrats in the morning, while she sits there and sleeps. She totally has this guy by the scrunchies. Out of control.
Yeah, he works full time, but I think that's got to be a blessing for this guy.
A blessing.
A blessing. Sorry. Oh my God, what's wrong with me, Jimmy? What's wrong with me? How bad could your job be? Imagine having. At least you could escape this.
Yeah,
nightmare.
you get away. Get away for a while.
What does he do for a living?
Yeah, what is his job?
I don't know.
It couldn't be worse than staying home.
No.
He probably has a horrendous job, too, on top of it. Another recap of one of your favorite John and K Plus 8 episodes,
Sure,
Dan?
yeah, this one actually sounds like something I actually do want to watch.
All right.
It's called Sextuplet's First Dentist Visit. Major drama is expected when all the Goslin kids spend the afternoon getting their teeth examined.
By Dr. Zell.
Is it safe? I don't know what you mean.
The sextuplets react incredibly well until the bravest of the group has a total meltdown.
Great.
That I would want to watch just because I enjoy seeing kids horrified and screaming and crying.
Speaking of which, one of my favorite all-time picture lengths is making the rounds because it's almost the season. Season has arrived.
Season.
But the compilation of screaming kids on Santa's lap.
Yeah.
That one's making the rounds.
Is it a
this week.
montage?
It's like 50. They're the best things I've ever seen.
Oh, get that link on ONARadio.com.
That is a good one.
That dentist thing's. I mean, I growing up, I was one of 6, 8, 10, 11, depending on the decade.
Yeah.
I don't know how many kids we had in my family. I know I'm like one of 7, but then there were others. Whatever. We never went to the dentist. My parents, let us eat whatever the hell we wanted.
Home dentistry?
And made believe it wasn't going to damage our teeth. And then, you get to an age where you want to, take care of your teeth.
Take care of it when you're old enough.
And next thing you know, you're working a full-time job just to pay the dentist bill. So thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
Teeth!
Thanks. No, really. Eating candy wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
I at one point, I had to get all my fillings taken out and then had the white ones put in so it looks like I have almost normal teeth.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Really. Oh, that dentist thing. Save a few bucks. Are you kidding me?
That would be a nightmare, having to take
6
kids to the dentist. Because they just are not going to like it.
Let's say hi to Brian in Philly. Brian, how are you doing?
Hey, good morning, guys. I hope you congratulations on the wedding.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And I cannot wait for the episode where they take the kids over to Mr. McGregor's house and he takes them out back to the woodshed to make a special project.
I love Mr. McGregor.
Spills the paint.
on all of them. Lines up 8 little paint cans and just tips them all over.
A bunch of oopsies.
Oops.
Yes, there, Stop Brain. Everyone's picking out their favorite episodes.
Well, she was a nurse before she had the kids, and he was a network engineer, and they both lost their jobs, but right afterwards they had 50 volunteers going through the house every day. So before they had the network TV show, they had local people helping them.
That's a crock of S. Like they have all the help. They live like basically like they have no kids.
And all the diapers and everything was donated. Baby food diapers.
I thought, you know what? I remember when they had the kids. Because I remember that was this big stories and everybody was donating all this stuff.
And a van and all that stuff.
Oh my God. Scott in Boston. By the way, I want to say hi to all the converts that got satellite radio the last couple of days. How are you, Scotty?
Good morning, gentlemen.
What do you got on the show?
That guy, John, actually works for his father-in-law. He can't even go
Down
to
at the
work
car
and
dealership?
take out
What's his
wife.
father-in-law's name? Wade?
Right.
I work down at the car dealership.
It just gets worse and worse.
Oh no. Oh, Wade. It's Kate, Wade. Oh, Wade. Wade, it's Kate. Wade.
He works for the father-in-law?
Yeah, as like a network administrator or something like that. So he can't even bitch out his wife at work.
No kidding. Well, that's a blessing if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hell of a blessing.
Definitely.
Yeah, he
It's
can't
straight
even,
from God.
He can't even go off about his wife at work. Yeah, he can't. You know, his coworkers. Oh, what a bitch! I'm so glad to be out of the house. What are you talking about?
Yeah. By the way, we don't acknowledge blessing anymore.
Blessing.
If you call in and you have to work in the word blessing into your conversation, it's blessing.
Please,
from now
of course
on.
it is.
And you have to say like Jimmy. How do you say it, Jimmy?
Blessing. Blessing. Because it's BLES8ING. It's the most visually unpleasant thing I've ever had to endure.
Blessing.
All right, one more here. Bess in Jersey. Bess.
Hey guys, Yumi, I love you.
Thank you.
I just want you to know that. I cannot wait for you guys to get the clip of them in Toys R Us.
Toys R Us?
Because she am so bad. Anthony, you're going to go ape.
Yeah.
Crap.
Why would they do that?
She's like, hello. It's so embarrassing for him. He looks like a dog. He's all downtrodden and his head's down.
Wait, she's screaming at him in Toys R Us?
Yeah, he's like 13 aisles away from her, and she screams at him to corral the kids together.
Oh.
It's terrible.
A beaten man.
Yeah.
That's what he is, a beaten man.
All right. There you go. Thanks, Bess. We're getting more audio of this. We got to take another break, catch up. We went off on a massive 40-minute break there. Now
Yes, we did.
Now we're messed up. So we'll try to make this one quick, and then we'll finish up the show with... we got to get to that other story, too. I mean, there's plenty of time for Johnny K plus 8.
Sure.
Sam is getting all the good clips for everybody. Speaking of Sam, he did a little primetime gossip for everybody.
Did he?
Yeah, let's hear what this is about.
We're back, and Primetime Gossip is giving you all the Opie and Anthony dirt you can handle. After a week-long vacation, co-host Anthony came back to the show with a surprise announcement.
Over Thanksgiving vacation, I went to the medical hair restoration, and I got hair put on the top of my head where it was falling out.
That's right, Ant decided to get medical hair restoration. He went on to explain to the listeners and to PTG exactly what made him want to get this done.
I didn't want to look at pictures of me anymore with a big glowing spot on my head. I look like those pictures of Jesus with a big glowing thing on my head.
Illusions of grandeur much? The DJ with a God complex went on to talk about the procedure in detail.
After they're done Novocaine your head, they take this thing and poke thousands of holes in your head. It's just tick, 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 and you hear like...
As awful and uncomfortable as that sounded, it wasn't half as bad as the last time Anthony modified the hair on his face.
It's like I remove any facial hair, and all of a sudden I have AIDS.
What cosmetic procedure could be next for Anthony? Botox? Collagen? While we have no proof, we will confirm that a gastric bypass and tummy tuck is around the Kumia corner. Stay tuned, as PTG keeps you in the know.
Why? There we go. Another Johnny K plus 8 audio clip, Sam.
Wow.
You're working too hard today. We'll end with this, but first, Jimmy had a fine little story that happened here in New York City.
Oh, it was only a quick one. It was. It made me think of Anthony and also myself because I drive. And it said a hulking NYPD cop has been charged with lifting a pedestrian and tossing him like a rag doll during an off-duty road rage feud.
God bless this man.
The officer's name is Jamel Dennis. He's 32, and he's 6'6". And this pedestrian, Jeffrey something, I guess was punched Dennis's car because he said that the guy almost ran him over. Now, I don't know if this guy was driving erratically or if it was one of those cases, like Amp pointed out, where the pedestrians crossed in front of the car against the walk sign.
Yeah.
And then the traffic moved, and then the guy had an open road in front of him and couldn't go.
Here's what happens. You're trying to be courteous and not block the box, they call it here. It's if you're in the middle of an intersection and the light turns red for you and it's green for the other side, now you're blocking traffic. It's it's not very courteous. So if I see that traffic on the other side of the intersection isn't moving, and I know if I pull up there, the light's going to change before it moves, I'll stop before the intersection.
Sure.
That's what you're supposed to do. When I do that, moron pedestrians start walking in front of my car and crossing the street. Now, they have the red do not walk hand still. I'm just stopped because it's courteous not to be in the middle of the intersection. Now, traffic starts moving. I have the green light. I just stopped, as I said, to not be in the middle of the grid. Traffic starts moving, and now I got pedestrians in front of me crossing against the green, and now I got to move because now there's room for me on the other side of the intersection. Beep! I lay on the horn, and these pedestrians, I start inching forward. They look at me like, hey! And I roll the window down, and I start muttering crap off like F you old piece of S, whatever, racist thing.
Sure.
I will utter things because you know what? It's my light. It's green. You're not supposed to be in front of me.
Why don't we bring...
They should look at traffic, see if it's moving. If it is, don't cross. If it's not moving, cross. I'm only asking for a little attention by these pedestrians to not be sheep and just follow the other idiot in front of you like a flock. Just look, assess the situation. If you can cross without inconveniencing the drivers and making a mess, then do it. If not, stay on the sidewalk.
Why aren't we bringing up the famous story? Because this story sounds very similar to what happened to you and I, and we handled it just like this off-duty cop did.
Exactly.
We jumped out of the car. So wait, this guy bumped?
Here's what happened.
What did he do?
This is wonderful. Because the cop,
we'll get to our story in a second for the people who have never heard it, but this is very similar, and I think we did something very similar.
Cops don't make millions of dollars. So this Dennis guy, this guy probably loves his car, this Jamal Dennis.
Yeah.
And it said the bizarre face-off began. It was around 4 o'clock where Dennis drove he had a 2006 Infiniti, and he was driving it, and apparently this guy, Jeffrey, stepped off the curb, and he said he almost got hit by Dennis's car, which prompted him to punch the back of the vehicle. And here's how they write it. In retaliation, the furious giant leaped from his vehicle, dragged his victim into the middle of the roadway, hoisted him more than 6 feet in the air, and slammed him on the ground.
Was he trying out for the WWE?
Fantastic. Good.
He wants to ground head first.
He wants to send in the traffic cam footage to Vince.
He body slammed that bitch.
Here's another thing. I've been in situations where people have tried to cross. They have the green to cross. I'm trying to make a right turn.
Sure.
I also have a green light.
Yeah.
But you have to wait for the pedestrians to go through the crosswalk. I will see a spot, a gap in the pedestrians.
And you'll push it.
That is big enough for my vehicle to get through. I will then slowly and safely go through that gap. If a pedestrian has to even slow down for that split second that I am in the intersection, or in the crosswalk going through, because I have a green light too. You're walking, I have a green light. I waited for a gap.
Yeah.
I'm going through.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hit you. But I've had people go, hey! Hey!
Well, you cut it pretty close.
Shut up!
I was in a car with you recently, and I'm like, wow, you're a brave man.
You have to, or you're not going to
You're
make the
brave.
light a lot of
Well,
times.
our famous story, which is very similar to this, Ed and I used to commute together. I know this is one of those go to the well stories, but it'll be new for somebody out
It was
there.
the same situation I described earlier about stopping for the grid.
Yeah,
and then they cross at with the red light.
We were on 57th Street because now we could be a lot more local. Die! Anyway. Not bad. I almost made it. Anyway, so we're on 57th Street, and the light turns green. It's our turn to go. And there was this gentleman
Yeah.
that decided to take his time, knowing, that there's no way anyone would hit me.
Yeah, he's just strolling in front of the vehicle.
So I inched forward, and I decided to tap him with the car.
Yeah, see, this is a move I've never done. I've never actually tapped a pedestrian.
This is the God's honest truth. I tapped him, right? Kind of like what happened with this story that Jimmy described. And I tapped him, and, well, the guy, he punched the car all right. Not only did he punch the car, he knocked the side view mirror completely off.
Yeah.
Where it was dangling by that electric wiring.
The electric wire. And
One shot.
I was livid. I made a fist.
Yeah.
I balled up my hand, probably in the tightest fist I ever made, and wailed down on the door lock. So he couldn't open my door and get in.
But just like
I was petrified.
But just like this off-duty policeman, sure, we could have jumped out of the car and body slammed it in the front of everybody.
He was a pretty big gentleman.
He took the side view mirror out with one effing punch. That's how pissed he was.
Yeah, he was annoyed.
And then I let that thing hang for how many months? Seriously,
enough where it made like you would use the compass on your car because it was a perfectly round swirl where the mirror swung by the cable and just removed the paint from your vehicle.
Yeah, but see, I guess what the point is, you never know who you're messing with. Either way.
Yeah,
I thought I could get away with a little tap with my car.
But you can at least see the size of him. How often when you punch a car and a guy is 6'6"
and gets out and just humiliates you?
Yeah, and that is humiliating.
In the middle of the street.
Come on! Next thing you know, you're hoisted in the air and
what do you think he
thrown.
was saying when he was being hoisted? Hey!
Hey. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, stop. Wham.
I'm sorry.
Just leave him laying in the street after you body slam him 6 feet. Nice.
That's a great story, though.
Good. Yep. Stay on the sidewalk, you dummies. You dummies. I've had gaps in traffic where people will just, without even looking, step right into the road. And I'm wailing down on him. Beep! I scare the crap out of pedestrians and then laugh when they run.
A couple years ago,
Rock.
Sorry.
I thought you got fired yesterday. How are you?
Good. A couple years ago, I followed you trying to get out of the city. I was heading to Long Island. I couldn't, one, keep up with you, and two, the light had just turned yellow and people were crossing the street, and the horn kept going past the grid down. You didn't even release.
No. I wanted them to know, and the people after that to know that they were in my way.
You're really scary to drive with, Ann. I gotta be honest.
Some people will say that.
In fairness, the reason you do that is because you're a jerk.
Yeah.
All right.
What a jerk.
I love what you do.
I'm a
what a
jerk.
We got the Sean Avery thing. I'm an Islander fan, but you got to stick up for guys like Sean Avery when this crap is going down, no matter what.
Are we gonna get yelled at for
what?
We cool, Mike?
Going late?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. What's going on?
What are they gonna do?
We just met the new PD who used to be the old PD that left about a year ago, but now he's back.
So it's different
Mark
rules.
Chernoff.
New rules.
We've gone full circle. They just brought the guy back that was here when we first started, and then in between the first time he was here and now. Wait, how am I trying to say this? We've been through 3 or 4 different PDs, basically what I'm saying, and now we're back to the original guy.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I just hope they don't bring back the guy that came after him.
Which guy?
Yeah. Wasn't that Manelli?
Oh. I feel like getting emails in the middle of the night, so no comment. Jesus, let it go. Sean Avery gets in trouble for saying sloppy seconds.
What?
Yeah.
Is
Like
that the
in
story?
big trouble. Here's the story.
Why?
Actually, here's the original clip. But what happened to him?
He was up in Canada and stepped in front of a bunch of microphones and made a little comment, the comment you're about to play, and the league suspended him indefinitely.
Indefinitely for what you're about to hear. A hockey player.
Suspended indefinitely, and we're allowed to play it? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad
They're
part.
strict.
There's no bleeps in this, right?
No.
Or
No bleeps at all.
Listen to this. Suspended indefinitely for this.
I'm really happy to be back in Calgary. I love Canada. And I just wanted to comment on how it's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds. I don't know what that's about, but enjoy the game tonight.
Is there a rivalry between him and the other guy? Or
Wow,
no?
that's nothing.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing.
Suspended indefinitely for that.
They're
For
going to
that.
have a big league hearing with Bettman and
For that.
all the
I'd be more
commissioners.
offended that he said he loves Canada. Ugh.
Don't ruin hockey, please. You have to ruin everything out there that we enjoy.
My sloppy seconds. That's nothing. And the way he used it wasn't even
They used to have bench
sexual.
They used to have bench clearing brawls to the point where they had to stop the game so they could scrape a blood ice.
Good
Yeah.
old days.
The official word was he was suspended for conduct detrimental to the league or game of hockey.
It's a game where they punch each other in the face every so often now. Not as often as they used to, but they still do.
They apparently have a policy about inappropriate public comments about the personal lives of opposing players not pertaining to the game.
Why, is somebody having sex with somebody?
Yeah, one of his exes.
One of his exes?
Oh, you didn't know what that was about?
No.
Oh, one of his ex-girlfriends is dating a player on the other team.
Oh, I thought he meant it in a
who cares?
kind of a general term, different than. Oh, well, still, who cares? Yeah,
Right.
but at least now I understand what that's all about.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. And finally, we end today's show with one more John and Kate +8 audio clip.
Thank God.
Yeah, this is a phenomenon that has a lot of guys in hell out there. And I'm just playing these for Ant's reaction now and Jimmy's reaction. Ready?
I like Kate, actually.
Read the list out loud to me. Don't just discard it.
This is stuff for today. Apple juice, yeah, I have it in the cooler in the van already.
2 things of apple juice?
Yes, make sandwiches. You already did that. You're packing them. Get cold packs and coolers. Cooler. I got 1 cooler with cold packs and grapes. This stays over there.
John, can you take a deep breath because you're really annoying everybody?
He's annoying everybody, or
well, so they're getting ready for church, Ant.
Yeah, they're
they're good Christians.
that was getting ready for church, packing a cooler.
Because they have to get 8 kids into a van to go to church. So he has to read, she's making him read this list. And so then he gets completely frustrated and goes to the van and starts yelling at the kids. And that's when she said, "You're really annoying everybody.
Take a breath.
You need to take a..."
Oh, take a breath, too. Your last one.
You know what? You're giving Kate a hard time, but I gotta play a devil's advocate and come to bat for her.
Yeah.
8 kids, you got to keep that household running, and Kate wants everybody just to do their part.
Shut it.
All right.
More clips tomorrow there, Sam?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will have to watch this.
Yeah. And what do you got, Jimmy?
Just real quick, we're just 2 things. One, we're heading over to
Sirius XM.
Sirius XM, and we're going to cover the teens charged in nursing home sexual abuse story.
Wow.
Will be covered properly.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how hot that story is.
Oh, it's wonderful. And I'll be at D.C. this Friday, State Theater.
Nice.
2 shows, 8 and 10. Ticketmaster, my first Falls Church, Virginia show in years.
Since the HBO taping?
Well, that was actually in D.C. Yeah, I have not been down there since June of 2007.
You must be really excited about it because you're tugging yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not tugging
What are you
myself. I'm
doing?
doing the pinch and roll.
Oh, the pinch and roll.
My bag itches.
Yeah, so you do the old pinch and roll. It's the best way to itch it.
I missed that. I missed that.
What, the pinch and roll?
Yeah, that Jimmy playing, doing.
It was just an itch.
doing the,
One of
yeah,
the things I realized I missed because
was
it's
an
been a
itch.
couple weeks since
Just an
we've done
itch.
a show together.
What happened the other day, though? You were chit-chatting with somebody, and you came in and showed me that you You were chit-chatting with somebody.
Oh, my God.
Outside the studio, I believe. And then he came in and goes, "Look, I was just talking to," and then whoever it was, and you had a pup tent.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either, but it was somebody. That was really funny because he walks right up to me. He's like a foot away from me. He goes, "Look." He's so proud of it.
Why do we have to look?
Why wouldn't you?
Let's at least explain why we have to look.
I've been talking to Stunt Brain.
It's like, why do we have to look?
I don't know. I just want to share. I figured if I told you I had one, you'd be like, "Why did you show me?"
Well,
so I'm trying to cut that off.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, it's if I got a little blessbing in my pants.
All right, listen, we'll continue after the break, and if we're not here tomorrow, because who knows? Because they don't let you say goodbye. It's been really a lot of fun doing radio in New York City, and
I'm confident.
And we'll pop up somewhere else.
They wouldn't dare.
At this point,
Jesus,
I dare you.
At this point, every show we do is our goodbye show because we want to at least be able to say goodbye to our listeners.
Yeah. So we'll just play it that way.
Would be the nice thing to allow someone to do. But so it's been fun, guys. Thank you, and we'll pop up soon somewhere. All right,
bye.
Hello. I'm going to move back to afternoons. What? How do we get that done? For
Dude,
real? I'm not even joking.
I miss being, as much as I hate going to bed and getting up, in the week we were off, I went right back to junkie lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to bed at 7 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, getting up at 4 in the afternoon. I couldn't even get to the bank. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is what I was like.
Oh, now I remember.
The mornings are a pain in the and forgive my language. They're a pain in the butt.
Oh,
but,
boy, wow.
At least I live in the mornings. Like I'll go after this. I'll go. Where you going, Dad?
You are so
What happened?
fucking right.
What happened?
Oh, you're so right about that because I fell into the same kind of lifestyle with hours. I woke up, or I went to sleep one day when the alarm, I was downstairs in the living room, the alarm went off for me to get up for work. And I was like, what is that?
It's
like,
to be the
it's
same
the
thing.
alarm to get up for work, and I'm still awake from the night, you know.
You'll go to bed at what? Say 6 in the morning. What are you going to get up at 1? Roll in
I was
here?
sleeping until 5 in the afternoon.
Dude, I was the same way. Afternoons, I would be late for afternoons.
Yeah. You're running in at 3 o'clock. Did I make it? Oh, I just woke up.
At least now I get to the bank. I wouldn't get to the fucking bank.
No.
I don't want to be tired all the time. Let's just. How do we get this afternoon?
Take a nap. We'll take a nap.
No, that
Take a
doesn't
nap
work.
at take a nap from 11 to 2.
That trick never worked.
I'd still be tired because I would stay up until all hours.
What am I going to go to bed at 4 in the morning? I've got to be responsible. Get up at 11. No.
Let's.
I'm going to go to bed at 7 and drink piss like I was doing.
Let's have a vote. Afternoons. Ooh, we got. Come on, Ant. Afternoons.
Nah,
man.
I can't. I
bring
hate,
back the fucking Jägermeister machine.
Dude, I hate getting up in the morning.
Three
but
beer fucking fridges. Come on, just raise your hand and we'll get this done. Come on.
I hate getting up.
Think about it.
Oh,
Never
look, see,
tired.
I'm yawning. I'm so tired, but
Never tired.
I
Think
would-
about it. You sleep till noon and you roll in.
think about it. But
Raise
then
your
there'd
hand.
be nothing.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
Jimmy's right. I wouldn't be able to
Raise
go to the
your
bank.
hand.
I would get no living.
Raise
No,
your
I
hand.
can't. I can't.
What happens? I'd be at the cellar every night till fucking 4 in the morning. God, this fucking iPhone!
Oh shit!
Your iPhone chapter in your book was very good, Jimmy.
Oh
Thank you.
shit!
It was very good.
It just kicked me offline again.
I think there's people there at the iPhone Central Command going, "Look, Jimmy's on again, dude. Do it." Do it. No, I dare you. Do it. And then someone hits a button and kicks you offline, and they all laugh and laugh.
It just goes black. and then it shuts off. And I have the Wi-Fi off, so all the people with their suggestions, I appreciate you trying to help me. And I'm sorry to have to keep going on with this, but I feel... Dude, the BlackBerry blew the iPhone away.
What?
It fucking blew it away. Blew it away.
I did learn something about the BlackBerry on vacation/honeymoon.
Yeah.
If you use this a lot out of country, there's someone that works at XM that gets really annoyed and tries to hunt you down.
Because it costs a lot in roaming charges. Were you roaming?
Dude, I was doing I was sending pictures to everybody.
Oh, shit, yeah. I found out the hard way.
Instant messaging. I was just letting it roam. If there is such a thing, whatever the new roam thing is, that was happening. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I found
got
out.
a nasty email from some dude I'd never heard of before going,
You know what that costs?
Are you out of the fucking country? Yeah. Oops.
See, they keep tabs on everything you fucking do with that BlackBerry. Fuck that. They gave me one for this place, and I gave it back. I said, don't want it.
You?
Don't want it. I got personal communiques. I don't want them fucking going through everything. Having a record of it.
All right, so we're going back to afternoons. We got that out of the way. That's good.
What?
What else? What?
Fessed up to that.
Yeah, you will.
No.
You will. Oh, you will. Oh, you will. All right, let's get into the old age. What are they called now? Rest homes?
No, what do they call them now? Convalescent? No. Rest home? No. Old age? Used to be the old age home. Mausoleum. Fucking cemetery.
According to this story, they're now called strip clubs, huh, guys?
Wow. Yeah. This is sexy.
Who the fuck is complaining about this, by the way?
Who was the fucking Budinsky that ratted out these
that ruined
dolls?
it for everybody.
One girl, a few girls have been charged.
Sexy, dude.
They only have pictures of the 18 and 19-year-old.
Yeah.
I think there were a couple more, though.
I walked in this morning and it goes, did you hear?
6 of them. There were
and
6.
I still haven't heard. I haven't read the story. I hear it's sexy, so help me through this.
And I've had enough of names not being released because there were juveniles when it happened. You know what? Enough. If someone's 11 years old, that's one thing. But if you're 16, 17, and you're abusing old people, they should fucking release your name so we can jerk off to it.
Even if you're 11, what are you hiding? What, you might be president someday?
Well, maybe.
Just give out the name.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What do we got?
Oh, I love this. A group, seems a group of teenagers working at a Minnesota nursing home abused and sexually... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. He just got kicked off again, didn't he?
Listen to the replay later today. You'll hear a noise that can only be described as Jimmy attempting to take a piece of his iPhone into his teeth.
Did he bite it?
Not only did he bite it,
I can't tell you.
His teeth have got to hurt now.
No, I can't tell you the urge I have to break this. I can't tell you the urge I have.
Give me your fucking phone.
To break it. No, as soon as I get the BlackBerry, which I'm hearing shit about the storm.
You don't go and get the first thing. I'm still with this version of the BB, and then I'll move on.
BB.
Yeah, the BlackBerry.
Oh.
The BlackBerry. Oh.
He actually bit it, though, and went like crazy.
Dude.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Dude, it just hit me. The rage.
He tried to take a piece.
But again, that rage that just hit me for this phone is why I don't own a fucking pistol. Honest to God, I'm not even kidding. It's why I could never, ever own one.
You would just start firing.
I would shoot the phone. And I would yell at it.
Jimmy, let me see.
Yell at it.
There's a couple things I could do with this thing for you.
I already know what I'm going to do to it. I already know. As soon as I get another service that doesn't suck like this fucking thing I was robbed for, I'm going to take a shit on it and film it. I will shit on the phone.
But, Jimmy, that's a famous phone now because it's the one that is featured in your book, I Hate Your Guts.
Yeah, I give the iPhone a fucking beating.
If it's shit on, it'll be really famous.
And you should put it online and have people buy the famous phone that was featured in I Hate Your Guts by best-selling author Jim
Norden.
Jim Norden.
So I'm sorry I interrupted you with my story.
That's okay.
Yeah. Plus bangs.
It seems that a group of teenagers working at a Minnesota nursing home abused and sexually humiliated elderly residents suffering from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. The 6 young female caregivers were named yesterday in criminal complaints. They only named 2 of them here. One that's 19, Brianna.
Wait, how did they get caught, though?
And Ashton.
Did they
18 and 19.
They're named in the complaints, and since they're not minors, they put their names out there. And they also put their photographs out. One girl's all right. You'd throw her a fucking after a few. The other girl is gorgeous.
Yeah?
She's blonde. She's wearing like a little. What is she wearing? Like a little, like a hockey jersey.
It's like a jersey, yeah. She would definitely, if I was residing at the old folks' home, I would like to see her coming by with some, caregiving. And apparently, they were naughty, naughty girls.
Mm-hmm.
The nursing home residents were spat upon, spanked, improperly touched, and tormented by the teenagers earlier this year. Excerpts of the misdemeanor complaints can be found below, and that's where we get into some of the shenanigans. One of the girls allegedly poked one resident's breasts, spit into the mouth of another elderly person, and, quote, put her bare butt in the face of a Good Samaritan Society resident, identified only as SW.
Oh, dude, man.
Stinky wig. Wait a minute.
Smiling wickedly.
These girls gave these guys something to wake up for every day.
Larson, who is, let's see, left, and Larson is above right. Okay. The hot one is the one that put her ass on the guy's face. And then the other one, Larson, once inserted her finger into a resident's rectum, spit water on another vulnerable adult, and would deliberately bathe a resident in a rough manner so the elderly man would get an erection. Oh,
where's the problem?
Where is the problem? She's bathing him roughly, probably just punching his old dick.
You're smacking it?
Yeah, giving it some smacks.
And it's old dick too, man. I mean, she must be fucking good.
Yeah, that probably hasn't been hard, and she's taunting. They're sexually taunting these old codgers. After receiving an initial notice of suspected abuse of elderly residents and vulnerable residents suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia, Good Samaritan, blah, 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 part of the investigation, employees. Why is this highlighted? There's really nothing there that I really care about. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Don't look. Don't.
What happened?
That's the newspaper being thrown into the garbage can. It's the only thing I can throw without breaking something. I'm not going to break anything.
Give me your phone.
I'm in the middle of reading a fucking MySpace message where a girl is talking about the fact that I have a nice-sized cock, and it kicks me off the fucking...
Holy shit.
Maybe the iPhone doesn't approve of your little...
What is the thing that it says
you're
when it kicks you off?
Nothing. Black, and then home screen.
Jimmy, give me that.
That makes no sense.
It happened to every iPhone I own.
Jimmy, take out your card and smash the fucking thing
I
right
can't.
now.
I can't because I don't have an alternative phone.
He can't now, yeah.
Kenny could get you another phone. Take this shit out.
You
got that
to.
stuff backed up on your computer, right?
I don't know when I did it back up.
He needs it like today, though. Like you need your phone right now.
Yeah, I'll hold off on breaking it.
I thought you threw it in the garbage. To tell you
No,
the truth.
I've been throwing newspapers because you can't. A newspaper in the garbage feels good, but it's not going to break anything.
Not good enough though. You need something else to break. What else we got around here? Yeah, give Jimmy something good to break. Preferably a bowling ball through the window would be good.
I'm not going to break anything. I won't do it. I'm so aggravated. It's just anybody out there, if you want to go out and buy this thing, go right ahead.
Anthony loves his.
Anthony loves his, but I'm telling you, more and more people. Louis C.K. is an Apple fanatic.
Yes.
Hated it.
Yeah.
I love Mac. Hate it. My manager, Jonathan, loves everything Mac. Fucking hates it.
But Anthony,
this is why businesses use the BlackBerry. Because people in business have to get shit done.
Ooh, I got the BlackBerry.
I don't have bad experiences with my
Now, you've been lucky, dude. You're the
I've
exception.
been very lucky, yeah. That's how I feel. Very lucky.
Jim, where do you want me to go? Look, I could go anywhere with this thing. What do you want?
Just reading that sexy MySpace message.
All right, email it to me, and I'll...
I can't. How can I get online and email it?
Are you not back online yet?
No, I'm not going to do it again.
Dude, I got full bars sitting here.
I got full bars for a phone. But what happens is every time I go online,
Yeah.
it's probably one of the applications that they just allow.
I didn't know how awful.
I'm sorry. Let's just go back to this.
No,
story,
your
man.
chapter on the iPhone in your book is great because I had no idea the stuff you can't do with that thing.
Yeah.
That was amazing to me.
God, I feel it in my stomach and my chest. I want to fucking punch Steve Jobs in the face.
Well, you want to punch E-Rock?
No, E-Rock.
Well, we can dress him up as Steve Jobs. Get a little radio out of it.
God, that bothers me.
All right, back to the hotness.
Yes. One night, let's see, while the girls were putting EF to bed, Brianna stated, "Watch this." She then spit into the resident's mouth.
See, Jimmy turned on.
Brianna had a cavalier attitude about the residents. A cavalier attitude. They would spank one of the residents, CK, oh, Louis, and then they would laugh, and the girls would keep doing it. They would play with the gentleman's cane, riding it around like a horse, and spank CK on the buttocks with it. And Ashton admitted that she patted CK's butt.
What's the problem? Everyone you know is dead.
Yeah, this
this.
is sexy.
They should open up some kind of business.
Let's see. Ashton would rub vigorously on residents' genital areas to sexually arouse them. She recalls that Ashton and Brianna talked about doing these type of things to residents on 4 or 5 occasions with the other girls. They would rub the guys' dicks really hard and fast and give them hard-ons.
Fucking so hot.
That is hysterical.
Dude, the hot one's the one that spit in the mouth?
Yeah.
That rules.
Filthy girl. I love it.
Not so much with the spitting, Jimmy.
Dude, that's just hot now because it's just stupid old people and hot chicks that are degenerates.
The vigorous cock rubbing, all right. The spitting, not so much.
Could you imagine? You probably would lay there going, "I've died.
Right.
This is my reward. I finally got my just rewards. I was good and I went to heaven because this has to be heaven. I'm being jacked off by a young high school girl. This is wonderful. Where's the bright light and my family? I don't see them, but I have to be dead. I hope my wife isn't here, because I want these hand jobs a lot, since I'm dead."
How did they get caught?
Yeah, who ratted them? And then, let's see, it was told Brianna inserted, Ashton inserted her finger into one of the residents' rectum.
All right, let's take this slowly. Like the spitting, the vigorous cock rubbing, yes. Finger in the butt, you're old. What are you doing, Ant? You into that or what?
If I'm that old?
And all of a sudden, one of these
An
teenage girls
18-year-old or 19-year-old girl wants to do whatever she wants.
What
I
do?
don't care.
You come like a super soaker.
Oh, that's it. Your prostate wakes up from the fucking grave and goes, "What? Well, I got to produce something?"
Before you're up to the first knuckle, I have fucking shot silly string to the door.
You give your roommate a cum bath, a cum shower. Yeah, I guess you got to take the finger, huh?
Yeah. And then it was stated that Brianna, she's the hot one, put her bare butt in SW's face.
Ooh.
So she pulled her pants and her little panties down and took her little white bare bottom and shoved it into this old dude's face.
Did she make a little stinker?
Yeah, how the fuck did this guy not die?
Well, it wasn't like she was smothering.
I'm talking about you're that
just like
old and there's a 17, 18-year-old.
Have a heart attack.
Little ass in your face? Yeah, I'm talking the heart attack, of course.
That old tongue just sticking out trying to reach the asshole.
His fucking teeth are drooping out because his mouth is open so wide.
Trying to push his tongue out there. A little further. This is frustrating.
So Brianna was the sexy one.
Brianna, sexy one, bare ass in the face. Brianna would also poke residents in the breast and genitals and laugh. Brianna would poke JJ in the breast, tap her on the forehead, and put her fingers in her mouth until she would scream. She stated that she witnessed Brianna hit resident RM in the genitals so he would scream. That's hysterical. Ow!
RM, she hit Ralph Macchio in the genitals.
Mr. Miyagi! She's smacking him in the nuts. Also, Brianna would put her gloved hands in the resident's nose and mouth to make them scream because she thought it was funny. She's pretty much threatening the old codgers with suffocation and then would stop it and laugh because she thought it was funny.
Holy shit.
The girls started talking about the incidents with residents at someone's house and later in a car. One of the residents stated one of the kids stated the girls talked on 7 to 12 occasions. One of the younger girls stated that they openly discussed things among themselves. She stated the girls were confident they would not get caught because, quote, residents did not have their minds. They assumed that if these residents went somewhere and said, did she put a finger up my ass?
No one will believe
they'd go, you're crazy.
No.
Why would this hot chick put a finger up your ass?
I was handing him fish sticks. He doesn't know any better anymore.
Yeah, he's just confused at everything.
Why would I do that? That's
fucking
ridiculous.
Yeah. Giving him a sponge bath and the guy gets a boner. You know, it's not my fault. Let's see. Brianna, MRW was told by Brianna, okay, that's one of the kids, that she hocked a loogie in her throat and spit into EF's mouth without holding EF's mouth open. Wow. She said she heard that Brianna and Ashton spit into residents' mouths because they were upset the residents were drooling all over. So they were drooling all over. So to show them, they spit in their mouths. It's like, you want to drool? I'll give you something to fucking drool. I'll spit in your mouth. Resident SW got angry, so they hit her in her boob. MRW stated that Ashton and Brianna poked resident SW in the breast to get her mad. She stated that resident told them to stop, but the girls would just laugh and keep poking her in the breast. They would touch residents to make them mad, some of the gentlemen. It was also stated that resident KH was touched or rubbed by Brianna and as a result became hard. Brianna's a hot one, by the way. Mm-hmm. She's rubbing.
No, they're both hot.
Rubbing.
Look at these two.
Let me see the other one. They are both hot. Holy mother of fuck.
Oh, my God. The other one's a lot sexier than I thought.
That's much better than that first picture.
They're both wearing their stupid Albert Lee, whatever, sweatshirt. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm going to pinch my shaft.
Dude, they fucking jerked off these old guys through their fucking little... Oh, my God.
Hottest story ever.
Let's see. It was stated that they were just trying to get a rise out of him, as in sexually teasing. They were sexually teasing this old motherfucker.
Can we get him on the phone?
And got him gave him a fucking hard-on.
Let's get him on the phone.
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
Again, while they're doing this, they would be laughing the whole time.
So what happened?
Joking.
The guys were talking about this, and then someone heard that.
Yeah, I guess somebody ratted him out.
Because for the most part, I think pretty much every old dude out there would deal with this, no problem.
Yeah, of course.
The poking of the genitals, a little, a little degrading, but then you get the ass in your face,
Wow.
Would you take the poking of the genitals, Jimmy?
I'd request it. I'd consider it a blessing.
One of the residents was abused by Brianna and Ashton.
Yeah.
They would touch his private area to make him mad. He would get an erection. How is that getting anyone mad?
I don't get mad. Do you get mad at your erection?
Hey! Stop rubbing my dick like that. I have an erection.
Now look what you did.
Oh, I haven't had one in years.
Yeah, we should get the old people on the phone.
That is just fucking hot. Why? They're crazy.
Aunt read slower. I'm almost done.
Almost done.
That's Ricky in Texas. At least they didn't get charged for it. They're not getting charged.
They got some kind of charges for
some lame charge.
abuse of some elderly residents.
They should be charged with getting a raise. Here you are.
One count of assault. A raise. Yuck. A boo. One count of assault in the 5th degree. Caregiver of a vulnerable adult. You're assaulting in the 5th degree caregiver. Let's see. 1 year in jail and/or a fine of no more than $3,000. That's it.
We should pay the fine so they could come in and poke people in the genitals.
Caregiver defined between blah blah blah. Intentionally inflict or attempt to inflict bodily harm upon a vulnerable adult. That doesn't sound like bodily harm.
Mm-hmm.
That could be defended.
Let's go to Brian.
Giving the guy a boner.
Brian in Montana. Brian.
Morning, gentlemen.
Brian.
Wanted to state the obvious conclusion here. These guys aren't mad about what's being done to them. They're mad about what's being not being done to them.
Mm-hmm.
These girls aren't finishing anything off. They're
No happy ending?
Get them started, and no happy ending at all.
I would just fucking grab my dick the second she let go to be a tease and just come all over her. I would just fucking shoot all over her arms. Go, ha ha. Now the cum's on you. I made cumsies all over you, you dummy.
What do you think your cum's going to look like when you get older?
Oh, no.
What is it going to look like?
Cottage cheese.
Just cottage cheese?
Big fucking oversized petrified sperm cells.
What will the color look like?
Waiting around in a brownish fucking liquid from your fucking prostate. Like an old backed up toilet.
Probably look similar to chewing tobacco.
Oh, God, like spit from fucking...
Right.
It's fucking chaw spit.
Well, how old do you have to be to get into this joint?
Really?
Hopefully 40.
I guess you just need some type of dementia
that means
or
I gotta
Alzheimer's.
wait 3 years.
Yeah, some kind of dementia or Alzheimer's or something. Can't you fake that to get in?
These chicks should be in Aunt's Castle.
Yeah, where are these caregivers? I don't care.
Let's go to Footer. Footer's good for 1 or 2. Footer, what do you got?
Hey, what's up, boys? Hey, I was reading that one of the residents with the initials JN used to request logs on the chest on a regular basis.
JN.
JN, huh?
That's odd, dude, because those are my initials.
That's strange.
I'm
That would be a
That's right.
blessing.
That's right.
Would you like that, Jimmy?
I do. I heard T, the resident, didn't at all care for the...
No, he didn't like the girls playing around with him?
Apparently not.
Oh, that's terrible.
It really is.
Seems like, I don't want to, let his name out or anything.
You can't. It's confidential.
Privacy, yeah.
But they did talk
T,
to
the
him.
resident.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't like the being touched by girls.
They would touch me inappropriately.
Oh, T, the
I was
resident.
trying to take a snooze, and Brianna would flick the head of my penis.
Brianna's very attractive.
Yes, she is. And I would try to smile sexually at her, and she would flick the head of my penis and say, "What are you looking at, Ted?"
Uh-oh. Your name
T.
just got out.
Sometimes I would make in my diapers just to get the gals to come around.
You'd sit in your stinky shit until the girls made the rounds.
I'd press the call button with my legs up in the air, then try to wink at her while she wiped my bottom. Oh, someone made Brianna a gift.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
what do you got?
Her MySpace profile.
What?
Yeah.
Pop that up there.
Wow, way.
Oh, my God.
Wow, way.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Dude, just stop it. How did she get so deranged?
How did she get caught?
What are her hobbies? Probably like hiking and twisting cocks into shoelaces.
Shit. What little fucking cock tease. Oh, that little bitch. She needs to be fucking dick smacked.
She's a little cheerleader too.
Of course, right? Let me see.
One of those.
Sarah and all her friends.
Yeah, one of those gross cheerleading things.
Well, no, they look.
I don't know what is
all right.
that.
There's
I think
always
that's-
one of the big ones in there for the bottom of the pyramid.
I think that's what's that dumb thing they
A
throw
drill
up?
squad. Or
They
the
throw up in the air
batons.
in the parade.
Their baton,
They
the pep
spin it.
squad
Ooh.
girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything but a real cheerleader.
Exactly.
She was probably too much of a fucking nut
Yeah.
to be a cheerleader.
Yep.
Spitting in old people's mouths, jerking them off.
Every time they try to do the pyramid, she's probably trying to stick her fingers in another girl's pussy.
some girl's ass.
They're like,
Fucking girls
look, you
that are
can't
down
be a
on their knees.
cheerleader.
When they fling them off the top and catch them, she's fucking there with thumbs up.
Look, you got the look to be a cheerleader, but we can't have you fucking poking everyone in the shitter as we're trying to build the pyramid.
Stinky fingers.
They put their fingers in my mouth, Gregory. I didn't care for that at all.
T, the resident is back.
I didn't like it.
In your mouth?
Yes, I just wanted some Jell-O, and she put her fingers in my mouth, and I was like, oh.
Do you want to know a little bit about Brianna?
Okie dokie.
Well, sure.
She's a junior at ALHS. She loves to dance. She doesn't know what she would do without dance. She loves hanging out with her friends, rollerblading, walking and shopping. She doesn't hate too many things. She's up for almost anything. She does love doing random things and being goofy.
Yeah, it's being goofy.
And she never has to be really serious unless she has to be.
Well, what does she consider has to be?
Right.
If you're in an old folks' home, poking them in the shitter.
I think
When there's a mouth open and it needs some spitting, I'm serious.
she says, I think that that's about it. I'm pretty open to doing anything as long as it's having fun.
Hey, that describes it to a T. Jerking off old men and sticking your finger in the old people's shitters and poking their tits, spitting in their mouths, jerking them off. That's fun. Good old-fashioned fun.
That's a good story.
Yeah, especially because they were hot.
All right.
Her MySpace page is still up, huh?
For now.
People don't
How
realize
do they get
that,
to
I
her
guess.
MySpace? Because people are yelling on instant feedback.
You know what it is? It is myspace.com/
Poke in the shitter.
It's
old pink sock.
To gray sock.
Gray
Pink stocking. It falls out like a fucking dinosaur tail. You finger the old guy's ass, you pull it out. All of a sudden he's a T-Rex.
Looks like one of those.
It's a pink sock with those suspenders on it.
His asshole fucking uncoils like a slinky that won't come back up. It falls downstairs and then stays there. Boo.
What are those fucking clams with the big brown things?
Oh, the gooey duck.
Oh, the gooey ducks, yeah.
They have gooey duck asshole. Gooey duck.
Anyway, her MySpace is myspace.com/buck, BUCK_08. Buck_08.
All right.
So let's see how long that goes on for.
Buck 8. Fuck it.
Wow.
I think she's trying to do something with her name there, right?
Bucket.
Bucket. Fuck it. I don't know.
Bucket list.
It's no blusping, but
No.
I think she's trying for something there.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
these chicks. All right, that's a hell of a story.
That's great.
And Fontaine reminds us that we used to do hot teen news. We should have.
Oh, yeah.
We should officially bring back hot teen news.
Hot teen news.
Hot teen news on the Opie and Anthony show. All right.
Love that. Oh, what's Jimmy's spitting?
No.
Oh, what happened?
Grapefruit seed.
Oh, a seed. Again, I just don't know how you eat grapefruit. It's bitter, sour.
It's supposed to be good for your cleaning you out and shit and pulling out.
Yeah, but sweet fruit is too. It's not sweet.
I like a good piece of grapefruit.
Yeah, pink grapefruit, right?
Yeah, what colors are there?
The regular kind.
The
is
old
really
pink
sour.
grapefruit.
Oh, well, yeah.
What's the regular? What's some of those other grapefruits?
I
don't know.
Yellow, orange, red, yeah, seedless.
All right, we're going to talk about your favorite juices next on the Opie and
Yes.
Anthony show. So stay there. We're going to eat a little bit.
Right.
All right, Opie and Anthony. Anthony went to the bathroom. I see someone was nice enough to get me a Tom Jones autograph on the Tom Jones CD. Thank you, though. How was Tom Jones? Was he cool at least?
I liked him a lot. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was very, very, very nice dude.
Yeah. Is the CD good?
It's great. It really is great.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that. I have no problem with Tom Jones.
Mm.
How's your iPhone?
It's the same. I'm just, I know what it is, and I've spread the word. And I know that there are people that were going to buy phones that probably went other ways while being on the fence.
I gave my iPhone away. The freebie. I got a free iPhone, and I wasn't even interested. So I gave it to Danny.
I use it very much.
You like the iPhone?
It's good. It's a good phone. It could use a few tweaks here and there.
Like what? Reception?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's tough going from Verizon to anything.
Yeah.
You know.
How much worse is it than Verizon? It's fucking. It's not even the same.
To be honest, like
technology.
Verizon, like it seems like no matter. Like, I hate to sound like a shill, but like no matter where I go, it's I always have full bars, like anywhere. And then on AT&T, it's like sometimes I'll be on a major piece of road in my neighborhood, and I drop out of 3G. I go back, I slide down to the Edge network.
Dude, it blows. Yeah. AT&T. Here's what you do: if you have an option of AT&T or writing notes and taping them to a bowling ball and rolling them to your fucking friends, take AT&T, but think about it.
That's silly. Hey, speaking of phones, I know there's a lot of you out there still trying to figure out what to get me for a wedding gift.
Oh yes.
I hear you guys loud and clear. There's a lot of confusion. Don't know what to get me.
Exactly.
Very nice bottles of wine. Of the Cabernet variety, please.
Right.
And don't dare try to sneak me a bottle of cheap wine, because I go to wine.com every single time I get a bottle.
Oh, check the price.
Absolutely. So don't do that. Only good stuff. And good stuff, online starting at $50, $60, $70 a bottle. Yeah. Online.
Starting, too, yeah.
That would mean in a liquor store. That
you know
would
what really
about
stinks about this? Could I just interrupt for a second? Is that's exactly what I was going to get you.
Yeah.
So now now I gotta get something else, because I'll just think I'm getting it because he said to get.
I'm not even kidding. There's a.
You ruined your gift.
I'm not even kidding, man. I went into Jimmy outside my building, which is right next to Jimmy's building. I get in a cab, and there's a guy's wallet there with his American Express, everything.
Ooh.
And I'm like, all right. Well, first I look for
his identity.
Well, at first I look for the cash, because I don't care how much money you have, you'll always take someone else's cash.
Sure.
And the fucker didn't have any cash in his wallet, but he had everything else. But I'm not gonna use his credit cards and stuff. And I noticed the guy lives in the fucking building I live in.
Wow.
So I give the wallet back, which prevented a major hassle. All of a sudden, knock, knock at my door about 2 hours later. Somebody, one of the people that work in the building is handing over a nice bottle of wine as an appreciation. I went right on wine.com, and this motherfucker got me a $12 bottle of wine for fucking getting his wallet out of a cab.
That is like wholesale, I think. It's the minimum price. The liquor store
this is
probably
wine.com. Right.
You know what it is, though? The liquor store probably charged like $25 for that bottle.
All right. But the hassle I saved this guy.
Yeah.
I threw the fucking bottle full out. Like, fuck that.
I had an incident with a very cheap bottle of wine as well. We had come in. Obviously, you were already out of town, but there were still shows last Thursday and Friday. And as a staff, we came in and helped Patrice, and as a nice token of appreciation, Stump Brain had gotten us some bottles of wine.
Oh, what kind? I'll tell you right now.
I had never heard of it before. It was some wine from some country that shouldn't be exporting wine. Right.
Oh, the one I got, the label, and it was in that weird language. I guess some people would call it French.
It was like Peruvian wine or something.
Yeah. But the one I got, it looked like this thing was the Mac Daddy of fucking wines, and it was it was a little dusty. So this motherfucker even rewrapped on me.
Took it out of his
and I looked it up,
private stock,
and it was tough for me to type it into wine.com because it had things over some of the letters and dashes, all sorts of shit going on. But I found it. $12 fucking.
Well, sounds like you got a pretty good bottle because I had never heard of this wine before, and I was like,
that it right
no.
there?
I don't know why Eric brought in Dr. Steve's bottles, but I looked it up just to kind of see. I'd never heard of it before, so I wanted to see where it was, and the average purchase price for this wine was in the like $4 to $8 range.
$4 to $8.
So I'm just glad my work was my unpaid work was appreciated.
There's a reason. There's a reason why they call it a wine snob, because when you do start like tasting nice wine, you can't really go backwards.
Because
that's where that comes from. You're like,
Yeah,
holy shit!
you
This stuff is so much better than like just bar wine. And
Because
stuff.
most people want to.
I'd rather drink beer at that point.
You want to be able to drink 2 glasses of wine without waking up with a headache,
right?
For the next day.
Yeah, well, 2 glasses,
or 2
How do you
hours
do
later.
that?
Right.
Well, I'm saying, but that's the kind of wine that does it to you.
Right.
I mean,
To
you might
drink a
at that
bottle.
point.
So
you should just drink rubbing alcohol to get a buzz.
So for the people still confused what to get me for my my wedding, you know, the expensive Cabernets, and also what I'm getting to back to where Jimmy was, and also if you want to, you could get me the latest BlackBerry. That's fine. I'll allow that.
Wow.
I've heard. Have you heard good things about the touchscreen?
Well, I'm not buying it myself because I know there's gonna be bugs and stuff. But if a listener wants to buy me one, thank you.
I
I'll
heard the
accept
touch screen kind of pops.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not
they-
like the iPhone screen.
No, they're trying to make it sound like a keyboard or something, so it feels more comfortable.
But do you have the option of it not popping, or it has to pop?
I don't
They
know.
should give
Gotta
you.
pop. It's made out of poppy material.
Yeah.
Right?
Something I'm not sure if you could disable
I won't
that.
be ignored, Dan.
But something that I did see about the BlackBerry that I didn't like, you know how on the iPhone when you're typing in your letters, it kind of it magnifies,
Yeah.
so you see what's going on under your thumb.
Yes.
The BlackBerry doesn't do that. It'll highlight the key, but you're not going to know if you press the right thing until you actually click the screen. And so
crap.
I was watching a YouTube video of someone actually trying to type with it, and I could see how annoying that could get.
Oh, really?
Not being able to see, like to make sure that you typed like the letter I or A or whatever.
I like that. When I
can't
type
see.
in an A, I see a giant A,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
when you take your finger off there, it
So-
goes down to
Or
normal
X,
size.
because I write xylophone a lot.
So the storm it'll highlight, it'll make it glow. But what's the point of that if you can't see it?
Also, by the way, I'm having a wedding gift garage sale Friday.
All right, you must have gotten some great stuff.
All the shit that I'll never use, I will be bringing in and either smashing or giving away.
George
just-
Foreman grill.
Just junk.
Just make sure it's not signed, because George signed a few of those.
I didn't get a George Foreman
You
grill.
didn't get that?
I like the George Foreman grill.
Apparently, I'd given one to Rick for his wedding.
Yeah,
and
but
it
yeah,
wasn't
no.
me; it was the ex-wife.
Right.
You know, I gave cash. That's what I usually give, but he didn't. Didn't appreciate the George Foreman grill.
Yeah. All right.
Who would? I think
Let's,
sucks as a gift.
Is it? I have one. I never opened it.
Of course not. Who uses it?
It's Florentine used to cook with it.
No, he didn't.
He
Did he?
did. It actually gets all the grease. It actually does what it says it's going to do. It gets all the grease out of your food.
Yeah,
it
so-
drains.
So does paper towels.
Yeah, like if you just cooked a burger in a frying pan, there'd be grease left over that you could pour out and go, "Wow, that's a lot of grease. That's
Now,
glad
but the
it's not in
George
my
Foreman
burger."
grill takes it away from your meat.
How does it do that?
It's just on an angle, so it drains.
Does it?
Yeah.
On an angle. So I'll tilt my pan when I cook.
No, you're not going to tilt your pan when you
I'm not
cook.
going to cook.
Of course you're not. We let you dress to cook.
That's my Aunt Jemima
You're
hat.
dressed like a fucking prison cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really should be working with Shabetta in the kitchen.
Can I go back to the wine thing for a second? I have a confession to make. Stephen S. from Bayshore. Great open. Now I'm afraid to give you wine, you silly goose. Stephen S. Did a very nice thing, and he left a few bottles at F.H. Riley's.
I'm Denny.
I did go to wine.com, Stephen.
Ah,
how much?
And I left the bottles at F.H.
I think that wine.com is fucking with people. Is there ever an expensive bottle of wine on wine.com?
Well, like you said, you got to figure out that that's the cheapest probably could get wine. So you got to like that.
The liquor store
Most
boosts
people
the price
know
up.
liquor store prices. You know, restaurant prices. That's just insane because
Yeah.
they jack it up twice the price easy.
Easy.
And I think wine.com drops it. I don't know. I would guess like 50% of what you'd pay in a liquor store. So
Yeah.
you got to kind of like do the math in your head.
I think wine.com is if you buy like 800 cases of it.
Right.
That's what you pay per bottle.
Probably.
And then you go to the liquor store, though, it's double the price.
Yeah.
Because I get some pretty expensive bottles of wine sometimes. I got to look them up and see if I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
And I'm talking sometimes it's almost $100.
Really?
A $100 bottle of wine usually tastes good.
Yeah. You know you're
I hate
drinking
to
a
admit it,
$100
man.
bottle of wine.
I hate to be that guy, but yeah. Wow. It's like
Yeah.
fucking You know, right, Danny?
$100 wine. It's like a vampire drinking blood. It's so thick and delicious.
Yeah.
But in all
Really
fairness,
is good.
because a few wine drinkers, on instant feedback, it's not always the cost. That you're right.
No, it's not.
Because a lot of these, there's a lot of wine that is just jacked up because they market it and and this and that.
Yeah.
So you're paying for a lot of that stuff too.
Do you know also
The best thing to do is try to find some of these wines that are unbelievable that no one knows about yet, so they have to keep the price down.
I'm not gonna do that.
But that's kind of tough.
I'd rather go with the ones people know are good.
But instantly, I could tell if a glass of wine's good or not. Absolutely.
There are some wines, though, Opie, that you have to buy that are very expensive that you can't open
for a long time.
You got to put them somewhere and let them sit for a couple of years, and then you open them up. But it's like, what the fuck, man? It's I just spent $100 on this, and it's got to sit. It's like an investment.
How long's it got to sit?
I don't know. It all depends on what wine it is.
So open it.
I know.
You know that Eric Logan gave me a ridiculous bottle of wine when I moved into my joint, and I guess the thing to do is you hold on to the wine for a year. It's like, open this the year anniversary of having your place, and you and your girl enjoy a nice bottle, enjoy this bottle. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. So the bottle sat around for a pretty long time. My brother comes over with his 2 kids and his wife, and he even admitted, I got just a cheap bottle of Greg Norman, let's have some wine and shoot the shit. I'm like, cool. So the kids are running around and whatever, and I reach for the Greg Norman bottle to have my brother, and you guessed it.
Oh no!
And I'm like, I open it up, still not looking at the label. I'm pouring. I'm listening to him. I'm watching his kids run around. The whole deal, right?
This is the great wine
that I was supposed to sit on for a year, and I just tasted what I thought was the Greg Norman. Instantly went, oh fuck, and then went to my brother. You better enjoy this, man, because this is a biggie. I don't know how much he spent on it, but it was. I still have the bottle. I'll look it up.
How much you think? $100, $200?
Easy.
Wow.
Easy.
What's the difference? I don't get it. Better grapes?
I guess
it's hard
aged
to
longer, maybe. I have no idea. I just know you know it when you taste it.
That's the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm the same way with Diet Coke.
Is it blazing hot in here?
No.
It's a little warm.
I thought it was a little warm.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
You're blazing
Jesus.
hot.
Boy, I'll say.
I just felt hot.
Well, you're wearing the do-rag, so you can't get the
maybe
heat
it's
out of
the
your head.
do-rag.
Take the do-rag off for a little while. We
jacket
won't judge.
No, I'm not taking my do-rag off.
Just take it off and let the heat go through your head. All right.
I'm gonna loosen it.
Attaboy.
The headphones. The headphones hurt.
Huh?
They hurt. They hurt. The headphones. I need the stupid Mike and the Mad Dog Mike headphones.
Oh, right here.
Where he doesn't want to muss his hair.
Ugh, a tool that guy is.
Yeah.
Hey, dog.
Hey,
Shut
people are mad because I'm promoting wine.com. For the wine drinkers out there, winelibrarytv.com, according to Matt Lestock of Virginia. I don't know.
I'm pleased you appreciate good wine. Try the wine.
All right, let's move on to other things. This dick, Nicky D's. This guy rules.
It's like, come on.
Is this the news story or?
Yeah.
This guy fucking rules. He set up a restaurant across the street from Nicky D's called Nicky D's.
Yeah, McDonald's is right across the street.
He's using what? The same
colors.
Same colors, and he's pretty much got the same menu, and he's trying to tell everyone that he's not ripping off Nicky D's.
No, I'm not ripping it off. It's Nicky D's.
The sign for the restaurant, the N looks like a chopped off M.
Yeah. It's the half.
It looks like the
McDonald's
Golden
logo.
Arches.
He's going to get sued.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Stephen S. is punching back. Hey, my friend sells the wine I left for you. The point of it was that if you liked it, I'd get you more, you fuck. From now on, it's Snapple and vodka for you.
Stephen S. Stephen Shyster from Bayshore. He's just...
Right. Here's the story on Nicky D's.
A McDonald's in Detroit has a beef with the local competition.
Ew.
The restaurant named
Nick. You get it, Jimmy? Because
he's got a beef.
They sell hamburgers, so it's got a beef because
yuck.
Yeah.
Burgers.
Nicky
D's. Burger. Beef. Oh my God!
Yeah, look at that.
It's the fucking sign,
dude. It's The N is absolutely the McDonald's M.
Jimmy, if
it's
you're not-
on the edge of the sign, so it looks like it just is chopped off.
Jimmy, I'm going to do it because you're not going to do it. What a jerk.
This guy's a jerk.
A McDonald's in Detroit has a beef with the local competition. The restaurant named Nicky D's, Coney Island, says it's not the same. But the yellow and red interior and similar name is not sitting well with the McDonald's across the street. The famous franchise is not buying it. They've sent over their lawyer with a stern warning of trademark infringement. The owner says Mickey D's beef patties are no competition to his corned beef.
At Nicky D's. That's
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does sound a little familiar.
I think we have some audio of the manager of Nicky D's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me and the McDonald's people, we got this little misunderstanding. See, they're McDonald's. I'm McDowell's. Huh? They got the Golden Arches. Mine is the Golden Arcs. Now, see, they got the Big Mac. I got the Big Mick. We both got 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions. But they use a sesame seed bun. My buns have no seeds.
That's not the manager of Nicky D's. That's from a movie.
Where is Hakeem? Take me to the Waldorf Astoria.
What? That douche.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
You know, I waited
great.
I watched that movie and waited for that line.
Really?
And he never says it.
He doesn't even say it in the
No,
movie?
he never says it in the movie. Where is Hakeem?
He does say
Take
it.
me to the Waldorf Astoria. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
I think he asks where Akeem is, but then
Where's Hakeem?
But then he never. I don't think he ever follows it up with the Waldorf Astoria.
No, he doesn't, because
Really?
I was waiting.
Oh, that guy. And the stupid news anchor left him out hanging.
Oh, yeah.
Left him hanging out there, whatever.
Didn't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
Is there no audio on Pal Talk for a reason?
Why? What happened?
Oh, no.
I was informed.
What happened?
Well, it's sometimes, for no reason whatsoever, the audio just turns off.
Oh.
That's another thing that will be fixed in never. You know how it is. They've stopped fixing things.
Why? What's that about? What's going on?
Well, I think because they're tightening their belts around here. So I don't ask for anything.
What?
Not from this gig.
You think you were getting fired from the other gig?
Oh, hell yeah. No. No. I don't think so. But, we've been surprised in the past. So I have no idea. None idea.
None whatsoever idea?
Oh, the stitches in the back of my head.
Ew!
Wish I brought a fucking Percocet. I'd take one right now and fall asleep face first on the console.
Why would you need a Percocet for dumb stitches?
It's pain. Those are pain killers. They kill the pain.
How much pain could you be in right now? Seriously.
Enough where I want to fucking pop one of those Percocets.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not in pain.
It's uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
Plus you gotta
It's an
drive all the way home,
uncomfortable
too.
feeling. Driving home yesterday, I almost crashed a number of times.
Why?
I was falling asleep at the wheel.
Why were you falling asleep at the wheel?
I was just so goddamn tired.
From what?
The show. Come in, do the show.
That's why
I was up late.
we go back to afternoons.
I was up late.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, that's the other company. That's the Bosley.
You didn't go with them?
No, I didn't go with them.
Why not?
But
Because
that's
they use dog duty instead of hair.
Because they use cotton candy.
Yeah, it's not real hair.
candy.
It's ass hair.
Cotton candy.
Why didn't you go with this guy?
What's
wrong with this guy?
I just kind of liked the other place better.
Where do they find these fucking heads on these models?
By the way, I don't give a shit what they say. They cannot replace the afro.
Oh, well,
When
the black man's
man
hair
starts losing his hair and they
But all they give him all the time is the flat top.
it looks ridiculous.
They always
don't
give
have
him the
that
flat
figured
top.
out yet.
Let's see what they can do to JFK's hair. They replaced it with fucking little blades of grass with the skull wound up. Little pieces of rock and dirt.
All right. Can we take another break?
And?
Should we leave? Because Anthony's in pain.
Well, no.
I am in pain, man.
No, we're not going
Back
to
of
leave.
my head.
Jim Brewer's stopping by to say hi, and
Right.
it'd be, it wouldn't be nice to just leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually haven't
That
seen
is
Jim in
a
a
good
while.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy, man. I'll
Cool.
be fucking in D.C. this Friday. I'm really psyched. I'm going to talk about that when I get
Yes.
back. And I'm going to talk about my L.A. trip next week when I get back for the Viper Room.
Very cool.
You haven't done the Viper Room yet?
No, I'm doing that December. What the hell? 12th, 13th. Me and Florentine, actually.
When is it December yet?
Yes, sir.
Holy
December
shit.
3rd.
How
I
did
gotta go
that
to Yale
happen?
tonight, kiddo.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to fucking Yale.
You ain't at Yale.
A
You never
different Yale.
graduated high school. How
Yeah.
can you
It's
be at Yale?
Y-A-I-L.
Are you really going to Yale tonight?
I am, yeah, to talk to one of their classes.
Holy shit, is that cool? But you never
Talk
graduated
to
high
one of
school,
their
so that's got to
classes.
be.
Where's my motherfucking cap and gown? No, you don't seem to understand.
Are you going to get a doctorate?
No.
Tell them you won't talk unless you get a doctorate.
What is this call to arms?
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, more gun shit. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
You have plenty of guns. Don't worry about
I
it.
know. I
This doesn't
just-
affect you. You're
I hope
fine.
it's the fact that
You're fine.
St. Louis murders up 33 from this time last year.
So it's still only 157.
157 homicides.
That's not a lot. Give a shit.
Need guns to protect themselves. See, St. Louis leader says residents need guns to protect themselves. Thank God.
Yeah, but you're in a quandary because it's a black guy saying
Whoa,
it.
look at his mouth. What's he doing?
I don't know.
What's going on?
He looks like a stroke victim talking.
Yeah, his mouth is moving all over the place.
He looks like the
Oh,
Conan
man.
thing where they put like a fake mouth behind the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah. The hell's that?
I gotta take a leak.
Gun sales are up so much. It's ridiculous.
How ridiculous?
Totally and completely
Dude, someone is
ridiculous.
saying you're hot from the Percocets. Are you abusing your medication?
No, I didn't take any today.
Who's he, Mr.
dumbass.
Seinfeld?
That's why I'm asking.
No,
Steve on Long Island.
I'm talking to Steve
Go
from
ahead,
Long
you
Island.
Have you been
to
giving
Steve.
Jim your
Steve.
medication?
Yo,
What's the problem?
Oh, ma'am.
Anthony, are you burning up because you're popping pills again, man?
Again?
Are you popping perks at the office?
Why would I take Percocets when I have to fucking be on the air and perform?
Rush Limbaugh over here.
Are you a pill popper?
I'm a pill popper. I like Benny's Dexies.
Uppers, downers.
Uppers,
Anthony, I got one
down.
more
I
thing.
take goofballs.
Yellows, reds.
Can I say those Pal Talk pictures of you with the bandana on? Those are worse than fucking Maxwell picking his nose over there, bro. It's terrible. You look. I feel bad, man. You don't look like yourself, bro. You look like a little fucking old woman over there, bro.
Hey, shithead. I fucking have, I look like a monk the way my hair is right now. What do you think? I put a hat on, I have fucking stitches across the back of my head, and the hat
You look
doesn't
like a
feel that good.
faggot.
Do you think I give a shit what I look like, Steve? That I put a
I love
bandana
you, man.
on and go fuck your mother in her fucking
Go fuck
smelly
your
ass.
mother, you
Take
fuck.
your mother and fucking bend her over and fuck her like your father used to. All right,
You look
Steve?
like your fucking mother,
Go
you
fuck
faggot.
yourself.
Bandana,
Fuck your
douchebag.
mother. Deep dick your mother up her fucking asshole and come so it fucking comes out her ugly fucking stink mouth.
And I got one more.
Shut
serious
up.
Question, though.
Shut
Serious
up.
Question.
Shut
Serious
up.
Question.
What?
Serious question.
What?
What are your loyalties in terms of the Plaxico Burress thing? You got a black man using a gun. What are you more loyal to, the gun laws or the black thing?
The gun laws. Because
God bless you.
it's very it's very hard to get a gun legally.
Yeah.
So if
And
the guy's legit enough to get a gun, then he's fine by me. Once once the big war starts, I might feel different, but
All right.
I'm following your lead, man. So God bless you, man.
and
Thanks
follow
a
my
lot.
lead. Good, dress like a fag, and I'll go fuck my mother.
All right, man. Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
Love you.
You are sorry.
He was just, he was just having fun with you.
Yes.
All right.
Stand him.
All right, we'll take a break so Ann could sneak and take another Percocet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more drugs.
And we'll finish up next. Stay there. I'm just trying to eat this stupid breakfast.
Oh,
We didn't leave, by the way.
Bill from
Dummies.
North Carolina.
What happened?
Well, Bill has a little
let's
comment.
do it, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Aunt, you got You told that guy he didn't care what you looked like, but why'd you go get your head done if you didn't care?
Because I care what I look like when I'm like out doing things where I can't wear a hat, maybe weddings, things like that. I don't want to wear a hat all the time, but when I come in here, I don't give a shit what I look like or what the listeners see on Pal Talk or Screen Cap on Pal Talk. Why would that bother me?
Yeah,
I don't care.
Hey, I do have a question about that procedure, though.
Yes, sir.
You said the hair that they pull off the back of your head is programmed where it won't fall out, right?
Yes.
Well, the hair that's around it, that's still male pattern baldness, in 10 years, are you going to have like an island on your head where the rest of the hair around it keeps falling out?
An island of hair that didn't fall out with the rest of the hair falling out. No, I've been lucky. It's a good question, though, because people have asked that. I've been pretty lucky. I've lost my hair really slow and not a lot of it over the course of many years. So the hair I have is going to stay there for a while. If something does happen where I need to get a little refill, I have enough still left in the back where they could pop. It wouldn't take 10 hours, but they could pop it in and fill in any areas that are losing hair. But also, sometimes they'll put you on Propecia or something like that if you're young and going bald and you don't want to lose the rest of your hair. So they'll do that. But I'm pretty much set.
So basically, if you're going to go through this, you should probably wait until like God's going to do what He does.
Yeah.
Or whoever it
wait
is.
Until
up in the sky.
wherever you are at, that's it.
Whatever imaginary cartoon character you follow.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing, and then you get the procedure.
Then you get it done.
If you get this done too early, I understand what this guy's saying now. You got this nice solid island of hair on the top of your head, and it's like fading from the sides.
You got a great hairline in the front and nothing behind it.
You're getting a lot of sand on your beach.
Do you know who's got? Who's got the worst hair plug thing that ever happened? And it's amazing because he's probably a multi-billionaire. The manager for the Olsen twins. I saw an interview with this guy, and it looks like exactly that happened to him. He had his hairline done, and he's got these big chunks of doll hair all in the front by his hairline and nothing behind it.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing behind it. He doesn't do a comb over thing either. He just kind of lets it sit there. He didn't shave it or nothing. At that point, what are you doing? Because there's just 5 chunks of doll hair in front. It looks ridiculous. Maybe when Danny comes back, you could punch up a picture of that guy because he's really, really in bad shape.
The way they do some of them now, like the less expensive ones, is they actually will put you on your stomach and they put one foot on the small of your back and the other on the back of your thighs, and they reach down and they grab 2 fistfuls of your asshole hair and they yank it up by the root, and then they take thumbtacks. They sprinkle a little piss on your head, and they thumbtack it to your head, and they say, good luck to you. It's a 25-minute procedure.
As long as they say good luck to you.
Good luck to you. And what they do is, so they can really get a good grip on that asshole hair because it sweats because you're nervous.
Yeah.
They'll open your fucking cheeks with toothpicks. They'll put like 30 toothpicks in between your fucking butt cheeks.
And then just rip it out with their fists?
They rip it out. They grab. What they do is, there's 2 of them. They're both standing face to face. One's got his foot on your calf and back, and the other on the thigh and back. One's got the right half of the cheek, and they reach into your ass crevice and on the cheek, and they fucking rip it up the way one would rip up ragweed.
But why the piss on the head?
Because piss is antiseptic, and they're not going to fucking saline it, and they're not going to they don't have time for a needle. Because it's got to be in and out real quick because you're double parked.
So they piss it on, they take piss and pour it on there to disinfect.
Yeah.
And then the thumbtacks hold in the hair?
They hold in the hair, and they're like, you got to just stand for 2 weeks and fucking rubbing alcohol on your head so it don't get infected. Let us know.
But
they give you an email address so you can get some online support.
But how does a thumbtack hold in that much hair?
That's exactly the beauty of it. They'll take like fucking a whole shitload of follicles. That's exactly what says in the brochure. We take a shitload of follicles and we clump them together. They tie them at the bottom like a bunch of balloons, and they fucking thumbtack that one
they
point
tie
in.
them at the bottom. Okay, I was wondering how one thumbtack would hold on so much
Yeah, they
asshole hair.
They tie the balloons. They tie the thumb that's like a balloon.
Now, Jimmy, this is all well and good, but do you know the name of this company?
Yes, I do.
You do.
It's Ted's Hair Replacement Emporium.
It doesn't sound very reputable.
It's very reputable. We replaced the hair on 7 men's heads, and they've all been very happy, I hear, allegedly.
Yeah?
With thumbtacks?
With thumbtacks. Holds the hair in nicely. Look, I had the procedure done myself. Ow, ow, don't touch me. Ow.
I see. What?
Very sensitive, huh?
Very
Ted?
sensitive.
Yeah.
Do you ever get to take the thumbtacks out?
No! We want your hair to fall out. If you ever want to be in disguise, you can take all your hair out and put it in one of your shoes and hide it.
Ted, do you have a slogan for your company? Because I think there was one. I'm not only the owner, I'm also a client.
I'm not only the owner. I am a client. That's a hair
That
club.
was a hair club for men. I'm not only the hair club president, but I'm also a client.
Yeah. Do you have like maybe a slogan for yours?
Yes. Hi, are you bald? I'm Ted. Me too. That was my slogan. Hi, are you bald? I'm Ted. Me too.
Not very catchy.
Very catchy. Thank you. You're right.
It's a
I didn't hear you.
Ted.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll throw a little tinkle on your head, and the procedure can begin. We blast heavy metal music for you to tap your feet to.
Nice. All right.
I don't understand what that guy means. How big are my tits? What?
I don't know. Let's go to Tim.
More abuse. Tim?
Hey,
Hi.
good morning, boys.
What's up?
And I'm confused. When this whole thing is done, how big are your tits going to be?
Is that an implant joke, sir? But by the little chuckle of total lack of confidence that you just did, I'm assuming yes, that was the joke you were going for. Swing and a miss.
Yeah. Could I have a crash?
Swing and a miss, yes, sir.
Does anybody remember laughter?
Thanks, boys. Love you, Yimmy.
Godspeed.
Let's say hi to John in Florida. John?
Hi, John.
Yeah, to that previous caller, I'm going to have to say a boo-hoo.
Boo.
My new favorite is Blessings.
Blessings.
Hey, Anthony, now that you got your youthful look back to you, you going to go after younger girls now?
Ah.
Yeah. He's having a soft spot put back in his head.
I mean, I don't know how much younger you can go.
That was why I said that.
You pretty much, Jimmy pretty much made the joke as young as you can go.
Yeah, baby.
Except for fetus.
Yeah, he's having an umbilical cord put back on.
Yeah, there you go.
He's being split by like an egg and a sperm. How far do you want to take this, sir? All right, you go right ahead.
What do you got, John? What do you got?
Hey, Opie, can we get rid of What Did You Learn? It was just horrifying. I'd rather listen to Rich Voss.
The song was good, though.
Well,
the song is good. The whole thing, though, see, we're depending on the listeners to be funny.
Yeah.
And they're generally not.
Well, why don't we play it today and see how it goes? What did we learn on the Opie and Anthony show? It'd just be a fine staple of the show and a fine time killer. You know,
yeah, past 2 days have not bode well for.
For what did we learn?
Oh, he's singing his goddamn Van Halen song.
Glad to have you back, Opie.
We'll do a little, thanks. We'll do a little what did we learn and see where it goes. It was a good staple. Remember when we were much better at doing radio? You know, those days.
I had that stupid Jimmy Norton version of the Van Halen new song stuck in my head that they never did, but Jimmy assumed that it would sound like this.
Of course.
And I've had it stuck in my head.
What song?
And
I don't remember.
it's so annoying and so douche chilling. Because I could picture them doing it.
We've been away for a long, 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 long time. We've been through changes. We played some games. The more things change, the more things stay the same. We're a little bit older, but we ain't much wiser. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. Oh. All right, we get it, Jim.
We got to pump up the vocals, though. A little
know,
processing.
It's
just so we can get the full effect of that.
The lyrics are good.
It's so bad. Just picturing them back to back.
Yeah, we're back.
Eddie's playing the guitar and he's looking over at David Lee Roth who's singing into the mic. So we're back.
We've been through changes, and then the video shows Wolfgang playing.
That fat fuck.
I got douche chills. I am so douche chilling
And
out.
then it goes, the more things change, the more things stay the same. While he does a slow motion karate kick back.
Oh, God damn, you're fucking, I'm embarrassed.
When do they hit the
I'm
gong?
embarrassed for something that never happened.
When do they hit the gong, though?
Oh, during the song?
Yeah.
I have to come up with more lyrics.
Oh, it's so bad. I think on a we're back.
Yeah.
We're big gong.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so bad.
Another question for Anthony.
Awful.
Brian in Boston, big hi to everyone getting the old Sirius XM satellite radio the last few days.
Actually, it's
Boy,
Austin,
did we
Texas.
get fucked, huh? What do you got, Brian?
Actually, it's Austin, Texas, not Boston.
Oh, Austin. That's different than Boston.
Then ignore what I just said 30 seconds ago.
Oh, no, I was just listening to the show about Anthony's hair, and all I could think of was the commercial from Goodfellas, Maury's wigs.
Yeah.
You know, if he had tried one of those.
I didn't consider Maury's wigs, even though they don't come off. Just in case someone tries to choke me with a phone cord to get money back, I don't want to look ridiculous with a piece of tape on my head.
Yeah,
and
the double-sided
someone pointing
tape.
and laughing at me. Today.
Hey,
I want it today. Today.
Did Jimmy ever have a show scheduled for Austin, Texas?
No, I'll have to get something.
Austin, yeah.
Have you ever played Austin?
Have not, no.
Why not?
No reason.
No reason to play it or no reason?
No, just no reason. We're back!
All right, we're going to start playing What Do We Learn on the Opie and Anthony
Ran
show.
with the devil. Sometimes we jump.
Oh, no. They're not adding in words to old songs.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I can't look at you.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, that's horrible.
Got hot for a teacher.
Oh, God, that's the worst. Now it's even worse. I didn't think it could get worse.
Ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for a teacher. And then there has to be one more.
Oh, God.
I'll throw Panama.
No, it's got to rhyme with
Everybody
jump.
wants some eruption.
God.
What else? What are some of those other Van Halen songs we got? Are we still trying to do that bit? Old bit. Running into the ground. Pete.
5150.
Eruption.
Pete, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
What's up, Pete?
I'm glad I finally called in. I'm the guy who did that song, so I'm glad I'm annoying the hell out of Anthony.
I bow to you, sir. I bow to you.
We're back.
You took Jimmy's lyrics, obviously, and is that you playing the guitar?
Yeah, it's me and my good old drum machine.
Nice.
Boy,
Actually, very good job, man.
It's such a douche chilly fucking thing.
I actually did an update of the song for one of the guys trying to do the animation contest where I threw in some guitar solos and stuff at the end.
Nice.
But if Jimmy wants to sing some more, I'll be happy to edit on another.
I'm trying to figure out the last part of the second verse. Ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for teacher.
Eddie's tongue is a stump.
Or David could say my hair fell out in clumps.
Matteo, then we dance the night away. Maybe work with Dance the Night
I'll
Away.
get that one in there too. Okay.
Oh, God, it's
Ran with the devil. We used to jump.
I have that feeling that you get of embarrassment, but I don't know who to be embarrassed for. I think it's just me.
Oh, wait, Jimmy might have it.
Oh, wait.
And would this be the part in the video where they show like old clips of them during those songs?
Or just reenacting the stuff.
Reenacting.
We ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for a teacher. And then we went to Panama. And then David could go, hey, wait a minute. That didn't rhyme. Like, you know how he was...
Dude, I swear, look. I have goosebumps.
That's
I'm douche chilling out.
What a jerk.
Like coming up. One break coming up.
Like, you know how we laugh? Like, I went to Panama. Hey, wait a minute, that didn't rhyme. We're back.
No. Stop it.
Let's go with that, but Pete, hold on a line. You're almost there.
You know how we kind of laugh and do like this little...
Like, give me a list of the
Why
Van
do you
Halen songs.
enjoy doing this? It's so bad.
All right, what do you got? So the second verse is what?
It's not 100% that we ran with the devil. We used to jump. Wait, hold on. Okay, ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for teacher. And then we went to Panama. Hey, wait a minute. That didn't rhyme. We're back. And then him and Eddie, when he goes, that didn't rhyme, they would kind of look at each other and like smile over the shoulder.
Oh, stop with the over-the-shoulder back-to-back thing with them.
I just got a communique. Got hot for teacher. Eloped to Panama.
It's too long. Got hot for teacher. Now eloped to Panama. It's too many syllables.
All right. I'm just.
That's why it's always jump made it difficult because jump didn't rhyme with anything, but that was the one that it had to fit with the timing.
Wow. I can't fucking take any more of that.
Why?
I thought it was hot in here before.
Well, because he would do that. How did David Lee Roth laugh?
Just like, yeah, just like you.
All right. That didn't rhyme.
Just, whoa! Oh, so douchey.
Greg Sletter, it looks like, from Long
I used to
Island.
get hot for teacher, now I'm getting hot flashes. We're back!
We ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for teacher, and then we danced the night away.
Oh, I like that too. That's really awesome.
That rocks.
Try it, Jimmy, in your voice, because I'm not.
Ran with the devil.
Yeah.
We used to jump. And then we danced the night.
We got hot for teacher. Here's
ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for teacher. And then we danced the night away. That didn't rhyme. We're back.
Wait, is this a take? Because I'm laughing at the whole thing.
That's all right.
We need to try
over the
one.
shoulder and smile. We're back.
Hold on. Let me ask Pete. He doesn't want us laughing over this.
We're back.
Hey, Pete, you need something dry, right?
It would be helpful.
All right, hold on, man. I'm gonna turn my mic off because I'm a giggling ass.
All right.
Here's Jimmy's dry take on what we think might work, or Jimmy might, whatever. Yeah, go.
Ran with the devil.
No, wait. I talked over the beginning, and go.
Ran with the devil. We used to jump. Got hot for teacher, and then we danced the night away. Wait, that didn't rhyme. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. I don't know, are we? Together forever.
What a jerk.
I hate it. I hate it. How can you do that?
How can you not? It's a good song.
It's so embarrassing.
All right, let me ask you if that's good enough for Pete. Pete, is that good? Is that a good work part right there?
Yeah,
It's called a work part in the biz.
Yeah.
That's a good work part?
yes, it's fantastic. I guess I have some homework tonight.
Ugh. Wilmington, wow, not funny. I destroyed a radio station, and then we danced the night away. Sorry. I read it wrong. All right, Pete, thank you.
All right, punch out, guys. Later.
Sometimes it looks funny when you're looking at it. And then... All right.
Wow.
What Did We Learn is brought to you. We have to do What Did We Learn just because we have a dumb sponsor, because they have to sponsor every fucking thing we do.
Of course.
They'll probably sponsor Jimmy's goof song. Don't mean to call it a goof song. I know you
No,
want to
it's
wear
good.
it back. WDYL is brought to you by Step Brothers. Now available. What?
Well, what did you learn?
Oh, yeah. Now available on DVD, Blu-ray, High Def, and PSP. Step Brothers.
Yep. Stars Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
don't want to have to edit another one.
It's rated R for crude and sexual content and pervasive language.
It's rated R for crude and sexual content and pervasive language.
Guys, I got to run out.
No, Jimmy,
I
no.
have to.
You can't just sing your Van Halen song and leave.
I have to. We're leaving in a minute anyway, but I got to call this professor who I'm meeting with tonight.
Oh, are you getting a doctorate?
I am.
Are you going to wear one of those funny doctorate hats?
Cap, yes. I'm going to throw it up in the air like Mary Tyler Moore.
Available in both theatrical. Available in both theatrical.
David Roth laugh.
How do you say that word?
Theatrical?
Available in both theatrical and unrated versions. Read twice before and after. I have to read this again?
Yeah.
After what did we learn?
Fuck that. Just replay
What did we
just...
learn?
Yes.
Here comes. What did we learn? What did we learn?
You don't like that?
Hate it.
All right, let's get this shit over with. Chris, Pennsylvania.
More.
Is it embarrassing?
It's so embarrassing, Jimmy.
Chris?
Hey.
Yeah.
Edit Chris.
Next hit show, Aunt and Jen, a checkbook and a pen.
Ah, yes.
Who's looking forward to more Johnny K Plus 8 audio for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Come on. Thank you. Let's say hi to Sonny Forelli. Sonny, what's the word in Boston these days?
You're going back to the afternoons. You're going back to the afternoons.
It's true. It's
no,
true. I still got to convince Anthony a little bit, but it'll happen.
I know.
That's
I'm
the move
taking a
now.
nap.
Glad you know.
All right. Let's say hi to Pat in Florida. Pat, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show starring Jim Norton?
Good evening.
What's up, Pat?
You know, there's one possibility. I can't
hold
change
on.
it now.
Yeah.
But there could have been something like, we're still running with the devil. Wait, I'm still running with the devil, and he still ain't caught me. We're back.
Oh,
I might have to do something like that, where I update some.
Every time you say something.
Yeah, that could be the second chorus. You know what I'm saying? Like you could switch it up every time the chorus comes around.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Every new line that comes out, I get goosebumps for how douchey and how embarrassed I am when I hear it. It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Do you think it'd be funny? Because like Eddie probably want to talk like after David said that. If like they started playing, he goes, "Hey, I thought you were the devil."
Oh God damn it! I can't stop. I hate this.
And they went away again.
Yeah, I know, but that fucking is it.
But they'll be back.
Don't forget the other song. I didn't.
Oh
no!
I hate the B-side almost as much as I hate this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did that go?
I forget if I only had. We're a little bit older, but we ain't much wiser. You don't like that one?
I can't tell you how much I can't stand this. It's there's a visceral physical repulsion I have for what you do when you're doing this. I hate it.
All right, Pat, what did you learn on the show?
Back.
So we can get the fuck out of here.
And I got no problem driving 55. Like he'll throw that one in as like
for
a little
Sammy?
slam. Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
Friendly, good-natured slam.
Yeah, good natured.
Hey, what did that mean? Oh, we're back.
You ought to sing it in
I like how he's
Ben's
singing with Ben Sparks.
I know, believe me.
Parento. Hey, I don't know what you mean.
We're back. Go ahead, sir.
Pat, what did you learn? Yeah.
Here is what I learned. That Jimmy is a far better book writer than he is a singer.
Sir, is that what you learned?
I don't know.
That is what I learned.
I'm a fine singer.
All right, let's go to Philly. Mark, what did you learn on the Opie and Anthony show? Mark, all right. What did you learn?
Yo!
Help us get through this
Yo,
question.
good morning, boys.
Yes.
Right.
Jimmy. I learned today that not only is Jimmy the best comic on the planet right now,
thank you.
He's a best-selling author and soon-to-be Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter for the new douche rock category.
Oh, thank you.
Listen out.
Whenever somebody compliments me, I'm not going to say thank you anymore.
No?
No, what are you going to do?
Why? That's a proper thing to do.
Just go.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you rule, man. Yeah, Jimmy, I saw you last night. You killed, man. Jimmy, read your book. It's fantastic.
John in Buffalo.
Think I can live with that?
John?
Booyah, boys.
Yeah.
I learned today that your friends are only as good as Wine.com rates them, which puts me at about a $10.
Oh, boy. All right. Very good.
Sorry, Ope. Congrats anyways.
Thank you, sir. Let's say hi to Pat in Huntington, the home of F.H. Riley's in the heart of Huntington Village, 400 New York Avenue. How's the restaurant doing? I haven't been there in a while. I've been gone.
I don't know.
Have you been there
I've
lately?
been down there. No.
We're gonna maybe we do a little shindig there soon.
Maybe.
Maybe we do a little something. What do you got, Pat?
Yeah, I learned today that TLC stands for totally loose cunt.
Well, there you go. We finally got it on the air. Very good.
I got to run. I'm going to be late, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right.
It's only a few seconds.
Jimmy.
I got to go, but tomorrow I'll be back. Like the fucking typical stupid guitar solo.
Yeah, the ending.
And then zoom in on Wolfgang.
Can you do the name of that book again before you leave?
Blessings. Oh, wait, what was it? Multiple blessings. Blessings. How many blessings did you have? Multiple.
Let's say hi to... See you guys.
All right, later, Jimmy.
All right. Go get your doctorate. We'll see you tomorrow. Caleb, Minnesota.
I learned today that if I want my asshole fingered, I got to be a senior citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
That's a great story. Mark in Jersey. Mark.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
I learned that the hair on the back of Anthony's head is singing, "We're back!" And we're better than ever.
Very nice. Colin, Tampa, how are you?
Hey, I learned that the ship's better with the captain at the helm. Kind of steered near the rocks the last couple days.
Oh.
Go fuck your mother.
Right in her.
Punching out.
All right, let's go to Lady Trucker. Lady Trucker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the bonus show. I learned Opie is a fancy wino.
Yeah, I try to be. What can I tell you? That's my thing. I like good
people
wine.
singing jokes.
No, they're doing the fucking Jimmy impression.
I know, but it's awful.
I liked Lady Trucker.
Lady Trucker's a twat.
Don the Trucker, John preps the bull. That's what he learned. Fontaine, Opie stole Ant's Popeye impression. Did I do?
I have no idea.
Hold on. Fontaine.
Hey, Jimmy left the studio without plugging his gig on December 5th at the State Theater, Falls Church, Virginia.
Nice. That's in a couple days. What day are we up to? It's got to be late November by now. Wow, December 3rd. What the fuck?
Hey, you know what I learned? That Opie ripped off Anthony's Popeye bit.
How?
Wait, what did I do? I still don't know.
I don't know what he did. Ripped off.
I think I was doing some horrendous Anthony impression, but
no idea.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Gives a shit. Why are we giving anybody bonus time?
Yes.
At this point? What's that dumb thing I got to read before we get out of here? Well, before I read that dumb thing, let me read this, because I like this. What Did You Learn was brought to you by Step Brothers, now available on DVD, Blu-ray, High Def, and PSP. Step Brothers stars Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Rated R for crude and sexual content and pervasive language, available in both theatrical and unrated versions. Thank you, Step Brothers.
Yeah. That's it, right? That's
Huh?
all you... We just read it, so now we fulfilled our obligations.
Jay Moore, everybody.
How you doing, folks? It's Mad Dog Radio, the combination of Sirius and XM Radio for your listening pleasure. Let's go back to the phone, Anthony. In Long Island, Anthony, how are you?
Tired, Jay.
It's a bit tired.
Ready to go.
Hey, where'd he go? Who hung up? Let it be.
Oops.
They're saying either he hung up or...
Let it be known I did not hang up on Jay Moore.
Oh, well.
Jay?
Worst things could have happened.
Yeah, but
I'm sleepy.
I'll probably be blamed for that. I didn't hang up on Jay Moore.
I gotta go.
It's good timing because we gotta go.
Yeah, I do an extra show.
All right.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a secret show after the break.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll do.
Feel free.
Maybe a little secret show.
But that's the name of my show.
Yes.
Oh. Jay. I said Pusky? I didn't remember saying it. And he keeps hanging up. What's that?
Maybe there's a phone problem.
All right.
I don't know.
We'll,
Tell him to call back tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, where you going?
It fucking is burning. I just gotta go home and take my drugs. And take a nap.
Jay.
Yeah.
I didn't hang...
What's going on my phone? It's me.
All right, I didn't hang up on you.
I know.
I know we have some kind of problem, but I don't know what it is, but I didn't hang up on you.
I know you didn't.
All right. How are you, Jay?
Oh, I thought this was the screener guy.
No, it's me.
Then I can take you up speakerphone.
Ant's leaving.
Gentlemen, I live near the ocean, so I have cell phone problems.
No cell towers in the ocean.
Let me tell you something, folks. The New York Knicks are not out of it till you lose all of your games.
Well,
let's go back to the phones. Jimmy Norton, how are you?
Well, Jimmy left. Ant's got his coat on.
All right, well, I'm not going to fucking hold you up. I'm not going to say I'm saying... What am I going to do? Just call up for no reason and say I just booked Mohegan Sun Casino January 3rd and you better be there?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh, you're going to take that?
Dude, what day? That's what, Friday? Saturday?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I love that place. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Saturday, folks.
Let me tell you something, folks. Jay Moore, back to the phones, Bruce and Bass. Hi, Bruce, how are you?
Wait, this is big.
How great was the Mad Dog in Bad Lieutenant? When the guy calls up and goes, "Yeah, you know, I want to write this whole series off," and he goes, "Whoa, what do you mean write it off? Did they write it off in '86?" That's also when he went, "How dare you nigger cocksucker!" Anyway, I don't want to keep you guys. I just dropped my son off at school. I haven't sworn in 2 weeks, so fuck.
It's a big day, January 3rd, Mohegan Sun.
I have no idea what day of the week it is. I just do it.
It's got to be the weekend, right? I think New Year's is in the middle of the week this year, so it's got to be like I'm going to go with a Saturday.
That'd be cool.
Fuck, I want to go to like...
Obama's commercial should have been, "Hey, how you doing? I'm as black as Derek Jeter."
People don't look at Derek Jeter as being black. You're right. That's a good one.
But then everybody's like, "Oh, that's safe."
Yeah, that's a safe one.
Well, I have so many fucking racial things that now that I'm on a CBS sitcom, if I actually say that...
Yeah, you're done for.
Screen, he said what?
You'd be done for.
A successful CBS sitcom.
Let me get the second season, and we'll talk about blacks taking over Red Lobsters. Ever been to a Red Lobster buffet? It's like you're at fucking Clippers practice. Holy shit. There's nothing more domineering than a black woman and her space. Swing that fucking arm behind him in the mall trying to hit you in the nuts. I don't give a fuck. You too close to me if you in this parking lot.
Dude, I'm hanging up on...
I also want to book a night of entertainment.
Yeah.
I want Jay Moore as Tracy Morgan singing the catalog of Elvis Costello.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Alice said my aim is true.
Jay, you're so close to a second season. I'm going to hang up on you.
All right, bye, guys.
You can't do this until they give you the second season.
Let me fucking tell you something, obese news, newly married. Yeah. I love America. I love America, and I don't see color.
Yeah?
And I'll tell you one thing. America deserves funny, and that's Wednesday at 8:30, Gary Unmarried, and I hope...
Oh, it's... Was that him?
Yeah. That's a good, that's a good out.
All right, that's a good out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.